Land of power, land of might, exceptional rage, endless fight, patriot bulldozer, leading the way, crushing all foes, making them pay. Flag in hand, fury in eyes, screams of pride, ignoring lies, iron grip, ruthless and cold, American dream, fierce and bold. Bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save. Bulldozers wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart. No retreat, no surrender. Bulldozers force, a savage offender. Red, white, blue, burning bright. In the chaos, he finds delight. Blazing trails of destruction left. In the name of the blessed, the theft. Freedom's price, a crimson blade. Bulldozer, savage again, legend made. Bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save. Bulldozer's wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart. Blazing trails of destruction left. In the name of the blessed, the theft. Freedom's price, a crimson blade. Bulldozer, savage afraid, legend made. Bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save. Bulldozer's wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dozer Den. If you haven't yet smashed that like button, what are you waiting for? Smash that like button like you would a ladybug that happened upon your boundaries in your domain. You didn't want that ladybug there. It must be punished. Appreciate you guys being here. If you could comment in the comment section, repost this stream here on Rumble and on Pilled and on the X Machine and all the other places that you can. Guys, we're on Rumble, we're on Pilled, we're on the dozerden.locals.com, one of the most free speech live chats on the interweb with the dozerden.locals.com. You just got to pay $5 a month to get in there, or you can do $50 for the entire year. That's right, 2 months. 2 months for free. If you subscribe for the whole year in the dozerden.locals.com, when you do, you can participate in that live chat. You get access to a plethora of wondrous, stupendous, fantabulous emotes here on Rumble. You can post things in that locals community, the dozerden.locals.com, and you don't have to worry about ads here on this channel. You don't have to worry about being locked out of the premium content that I will be churning out. I have to do 5 hours per month, so I'm a little bit behind compared to what I usually do. Usually I start trying to get that done as soon as possible, get it out the way, and then have the rest of the content available for everybody. But when you do subscribe to the dozerden.locals.com, your name will also be lit up in the most beautiful shade of MAGA red here on the Rumble chat. Very similar to a Rumble subscription, but you get the added benefits of the local stuff. So you can subscribe on pill.net as well. Not YouTube. I don't think I have subscriptions on YouTube yet. I'm not important enough on YouTube. Maybe one day. But regardless, I'm focused on where the water is warm, which is Rumble, the Rumble, Locals, and pill.net. X is pretty decent too. Maybe one day I'll be able to have subscriptions there. I don't know. But I'm on Rumble, X, thedozerden.locals.com. We're on YouTube tonight for a while. Don't think we're going to cut off the stream tonight, but we are on there as well. We're on BitChute. Still try to cast my streams to BitChute. Salty, Sugar Tits, and Sanglant over here on Rumble. Oh God, have we seen the picture of the DSA meeting? I try not to observe those. I really try not to. But why are we talking about bad? Why are we talking about bad dragons? Sanglant, what are you doing? Has this chat already been derailed? Guys, we talk about stuff and things here in the Dozer Den. Stuff and things. Enunciation, very, very important. Speaking of Lindsey Graham, I'm not going to celebrate somebody's death, okay? I'm not. But I'm not going to pretend to be sad, and I'm going to make jokes, because that's what I do, guys. I bring levity to a situation, and honestly, it's, yeah. But anyways, read the rest of the chat. Oh, no. A 21 cock salute. It's bad dragons. Oh. Yeah, 21 cock salute, Salty Zippertit said, for Lindsey Graham. So my tribute to Lindsey Graham is not going to be I'm not going to be overly mean, because he is dead, and I really hold out hope that he found Jesus at the end. But based on his life, I don't know. I mean, I'm not the one to pass judgment. That's not on me. That's not my job. But there's a lot of stuff that Lindsey Graham did in life that was very evil and not very good for this country and not very good for humanity in general. So I'm not a fan of the guy. Never have been. I've done many shows roasting the hell out of Ladybugs, Lindsey Graham. Those are just my little ladybugs. We'll revisit the story of why the ladybugs are important if you want. I can find the video. What's up to Wild Irish Rose and Sheriff Hector over there on Pill.net, WS Hawks fan, and who else? Snarl Barky for the red pill and the repost over there on pill.net. Guys, I will be shouting out the red pills. I'll be shouting out the reposts and the interaction as I see it pop up on Rumble as well. Do appreciate the heck out of that, guys. Helping the channel grow with every bit of interaction. The live chat, very, very nice. Heck yeah. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to hit the red pill and click the bell to turn on notifications so you never miss a show. That is very, very important. The notification bell on multiple platforms, very important. We just had another red pill and repost over there on Pilled. I did not get to see who that was, but it was the Mad TV symbol. Thank you, Mad TV person. I appreciate you. Guys, wherever you may be watching, whenever you may be watching, I appreciate the heck out of you. To the future people watching after the live stream, first of all, freaking Chadley of you to be watching after the live and not be getting the interaction in the chat. But I'm interacting with you now in the comment section if you want to, and I will interact with the comments after the stream and the reposts. But to the future people watching the stream, hi there, future people. I hope that the planet is still present and we have not been taken over by anthropomorphic ladybug people. That's the goal. That is the goal. Yes, England, you're right. He did. The last thing he did was go to Ukraine and promise them more of our money. That's what Lindsey Graham did. He put other countries above our country. My opinion, that makes you a traitor to this country. But, for some reason, old Trumpy likes him. But, it sounded like he was going to tear up a little bit whenever he was talking about what Lindsey Graham did for him. I don't know what all goes on behind the scenes. I'm sure they had a very close relationship and probably were able to do some statesmanship together. That is one of the things that Lindsey Graham did. He did go back and forth because, well, he played both sides. And, went after the 2020 election. He said he was done with. I tell you, I am fed up to here. I'm fed up to here with MAGA. I'm done with MAGA. Okay, and Donald Trump, we should use the 25th Amendment on him. I swear we do. But he was always loyal to Trump. What? What? Are you sure? I'm going to be consistent about things. I've disliked Lindsey Graham for years. I do not like warmongers. Might or might he not be participating in some type of kneeling and then some phallic objects going deep inside an esophagus with John McCain in hell. I don't know. I'm not the one who makes those decisions, and I'm not going to say I wish that upon him. I do hope he made things right with the, but I don't know. I don't think he was taken out by Russia or Iran. If anybody, it would have been Ukraine, to blame it on Russia or Iran. But anyways, we're going to get into the specifics later. That's our first topic of the evening, guys. Share the stream out with your loved ones, your friends, your family, your ex-girlfriends, boyfriends, Zers, and friends. Okay? Not judging. Just keep it consensual between adults and preferably behind closed doors. Also talking about Lindsey Graham, I don't care what his preference was. I don't care that he had male escorts that, were legal. As long as they were legal and of age and consensual, I guess I don't care. Maybe don't do whoredom. I guess that's probably a bad thing. I do care a little bit about that. Don't be a whore. Don't be a whore. Don't do that. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put my foot down on that one and draw a line. Yeah, I'm not okay with hiring whores or being a whore. Don't do either one of those things, please. I don't care if it's straight or gay. Don't be a whore and don't participate in whoredom. Is that hard to ask? Is that too extreme of me? Does that make me like alt-right, extreme right for just saying don't hire whores and don't be a whore? I don't know. What is this world anymore? God dang, salty zipper tits just goes hard. Like Lindsey Graham probably was thinking of dead children before he died. That was wrong. Oh. But it's probably true. Gonna shake that one off. Shake off that evil. The portal to hell opens beside me. Watch zombies UFO video stream. No. There's a UFO vid-off stream. Where was that at? Zombie 2. Which zombie? I don't know if I want to see it now. It's so funny, but it's so nasty. You talk about the Ladybugs or you talk about UFOs? UFOs aren't usually nasty unless we're talking about probing. Maybe they were the reason. Maybe Lindsey Graham didn't die. He just got abducted. He got abducted by his buddies. They probed, and he said thank you very, very much. Don't be... See, Don Darkstar, I don't think that's too extreme. I really don't. I don't think that makes me an extreme Christian nationalist, although I am kind of a Christian nationalist at this point. At least a nationalist. Maybe not necessarily. I like the idea. I think I would prefer it be a Christian nation. That's just me. But I'm a Christian. And, I like this country and I love this country with all my heart and I would die for this country. Would I die for this government? No. No, I will not die for your stupid wars. No, that's one I wouldn't do. But I would die for this country, absolutely, for what this country means, to protect my family and keep my family free and safe. Damn right I would. But if it's for an unjust war, just to sacrifice souls to Moloch, which I have to think that has to be what Lindsey Graham's main purpose in life was. I can't think of any other reason for how giddy he got. He literally salivated. He had to get a little tissue. He had to get a little tissue out. He said, "Oh, we're talking about dead Russians. Oh man, oh dead Russians, dead Russian children. Oh God, those ladybugs are getting excited. I can't do it. Can't do it." Oh, the other link to everybody's UFO. Nice. Lean toward white nationalist. Well, you do you. I'm quite tan after being at the beach, so I don't know if I would even be included in that, Salty. I don't even know if I'd be included anymore. I got too dark, okay? I went out in the sun a couple days. This is what happens to me. I get dark. It's not my fault. It's how I was born. I take vitamin D. Does that help you get dark? I don't know. I will probably watch that later, Saint Plant. Guys, if you are lurking, say hi in the chat. We are 9 chatters away from meeting our metrics this month here in the Dozer Den. I am in the creative program, and it's something that we have to do. We have to meet our metrics, guys. But regardless, I'm having a good time. And as long as you guys are having a good time, mixing it up in the chat, having some fun with each other, or playfully sparring, that works as well. You don't mind minorities as long as they know their place in manners. Gosh darn it. Guys, did you know that I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 p.m. Central? Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, we do about 3 to 4 news topics, palate cleansers sprinkled about. Saturday streams, it's a hangout stream, a decompress stream, a chill stream for all you amazing killdozers here in the Dozer Den. We might have 1 or 2 official topics, but for the most part, we're chilling, we're chatting, we're decompressing, and we're taking music video requests for the Dozer Den DJ Hour, where you can rock out with your cock out. Jam out with your clam out. Those are the only 2 options. If you're intersex, I ask that you please pick a fucking lane. There are only 2 options. Just pick one. Just pick one. But anyways, we are going to be talking about some topics tonight. That we are. We have a few. We actually have 4. It's a packed night. Don't know how long we're going to go tonight. Might be 2, might be 3 hours. Who knows? I'm not sure. But we are going to talk about some things. We're going to talk about Lindsey, Ladybugs, Graham for a little bit. Going to discuss the nuance of what may or may not have happened. The conspiracy theories that have come about. Some of them a little bit ill-founded, not going to lie. And then after we do that, we're going to talk a little bit about South Carolina, which I was in South Carolina recently. I didn't sense the presence of Ladybugs, Lindsey Graham. You think if you would have been close, you would have heard the chittering of the Ladybugs, maybe? They move about when they get excited, when they sense somebody who's a little bit more conservative or more based than they are. They start to get a little bit antsy. So that's usually the telltale sign that Ladybugs, Lindsey Graham is near. So I didn't hear that. I've read up on it, made sure that I was going to be protected from such an occurrence, made sure that I was, my awareness was up, okay? I was in yellow to orange most of the time that I was down there, just in case the presence of Ladybugs, Lindsey Graham was felt. Nobody wants that presence, but if it happens, I was ready to act as reasonably as one can. But North Carolina, there was a shooting at a courthouse. Probably the worst place to do a shooting. You're probably going to get caught pretty quickly. I did not see if the victim was actually killed. I hope not. Turns out the fellow was some type of sand person name, like Abdul Rahman Hamada. I don't know. We'll try to read it whenever we look at the article. But yes, somebody was shot in this interaction, and I think the guy was he was at least arrested. I don't know if he was shot dead or not. If he was, he was. We'll see. But third topic of the evening, guys. We covered the clip. We covered the clip of the elder abuse at Yellowstone. Guys, the elder abuse is very serious, especially in our national parks. And at Yellowstone, a buffalo decided to be one of the perpetrators of elder abuse. And it's a problem in the buffalo community. It's something that they have struggled with for years to try to combat. But clearly, they have some lapses. And a buffalo did see a elderly gentleman with a glorious, glorious Santa Claus beard. And he launched him into the air. Viciously. He almost gored him, but he didn't. His senses came about, and the HR trainings that he had been to did start to take root and kept him from actually dispensing with the Santa Claus-looking man in overalls, I think. And he's a tough old son of a gun, too, because he just kind of laughed it off and said, well, my leg hurts, but I'm all right. They don't make them like that anymore, guys. They don't make them like that. That's the third story. The fourth story, guys, the ice shooting. There was another ice shooting. Turns out they don't like being run over by cars, by people driving those cars. Don't drive your car at ICE agents. Don't drive your car at anybody. That's not that hard. It's really not that hard. Just don't try to vehicular manslaughter or vehicular murder somebody. Again, guys, I don't think I'm asking for too complex of parameters to be adhered to here. Don't be a whore. Don't purchase whores. Don't run over people with your vehicle. But he's dead. So we're going to read through that story a little bit. And yeah. That's the intro. That's your appetizer before we dive into the main course. But before we do that, we have some things. Some things to kind of dip our toes in, get a little bit comfy with the show. And yes, courthouse do have metal detectors. I think he was outside the courthouse. He wasn't in the courthouse. Yeah. You know what's strange? Okay, so I have like one of those little knives, those little those. It looks like a key, but it's a pocket knife. I have one of those, and I may or may not have accidentally taken it into a courtroom once, and I didn't realize it until afterwards. Oh God, I technically have a knife on me. It just looks like a key. Where you live, you have black bears. We just avoid them. Wildlife can be wild. If it was, I must stop. I must stop right there, Don Darkstar. I am not going to participate in a off-color joke. Okay, I'm not. Somebody else in the chat can do it if you want. But it's there. It's right for the picking. I'm on one tonight. I need to calm down. We'll see if we get any raids tonight. That'd be kind of cool. If the blade's less than 2.5 inches, it's fine in most courthouses. Oh. Well, I would have been fine then. Aloha. Snapmares carry a square of sandpaper in their wallets. It's a picture of... Salty. Okay, that's good. Oh, man. In North Carolina, it's not set in stone, but a 4-inch is normal. You know, Sanglant, you tell yourself that 4 inches is definitely normal, and it's definitely enough. You don't have to worry about having any more than 4 inches, Sanglant. I have to play. I have to. I think Don Zarster, I think he was talking to me. Oh man. All right. So let's go ahead and dip our toes in here. Guys, by the way, hell of a Saturday stream. You guys are freaking amazing. We had well over Bucky the Beaver outfit goal, but I was not tasked with the Bucky the Beaver outfit. I was tasked with merely adhering to the status quo of excellence present Saturday night. Your biggest is 6-inch. It's not bad. You know, you can get a lot done with 6 inches. You can. Thank you to Two Wild Irish Rose for the repost on the X Machine. Guys, you should follow me in all the places that you can. X, Rumble, YouTube, thedozerden.locals.com, BitChute, Pill.net. All the places. It's what the cool kids are doing. It really is. See, Inchby Nomad with a like on one of the posts on the X Machine. Let me go to my... That's what he said. Oh my. Oh, look at that. Articles is a tab on X now. Ooh. I'm not going to lie. I've been tempted to write an article on X. I haven't done it yet, but I've been thinking about it because I got some decent writing chops. I'm a bit out of practice. I would do APA most likely. But I'm a bit out of practice, so I'd get after it though. It'd be fun. Let me go to my bookmarks because we have things to talk about before we get into the Lindsey Graham stuff. Okay, before we get into the Lindsey Graham stuff. Oh, and Iran. I guess we'll talk a little bit about Iran. Here's a big boom. Let's look at a big boom. You know what? I like looking at explosions, even if it's ones I don't really like my tax dollars supporting at this point. I really wish we'd have just got this thing knocked out within a week, but 3 months later, whatever, big booms. I mean, America, I guess. Entropy Nomad coming in with a $1 Rumble rant, turning the chat a lovely, lovely shade of blue. When the chat goes blue, you know what we must do. This is for Sanglant, I assume. Is that for Sanglant? If it's for Sanglant, I'm just going to do the sound. I won't play Piper Alley. I'll just play some blue song, and I'll dance like a fool, because why not? Let's make it loud. Yes. Yes, indeed. That is for Sanglant, I assume, Entropy Nomad. You said I know what to do, and that's usually what that means. Yes, indeed. Feels good. That puts us $49 away from Fancy Hat goal. That's right. If we hit $50 worth of donations on any stream, I'll put on a fancy hat. I have many hats to choose from. There's the crowd favorite, the Illuminable, the foil hat. It matches Bobble Trumps. We're Twinkies, but turn this way. Illuminable status engages. We also have the Patriot hat. We have multiple Burger King crowns to choose from. A spooky one, a Grogu one, an OG one, and a SpongeBob one. Yes. We also have the Hatter hat, which started the fancy hat goal off. Guys, it's got a buckle, it's green, and I am short. So if you want to call it a leprechaun hat, oh, we get up to some hunt here in the Dozer Den. Guys, did you see Conor McGregor blow his knee out? Oh, it's sad. It's a metal howl over there on pill.net. Thank you for the support wherever you may be supporting this channel, guys. If you are unpilled and you want to hop over onto Rumble and say hi for a second, just to get those chat numbers up, Rumble is looking at that. So, I love my lurkers. I love you so much. But if you just say hi, you throw one of those emotes out. Guys, we have free emotes. There's a plethora of free emotes, even if you don't subscribe to the channel. But if you want to subscribe for $5 a month, you can do so. It's a cool thing. You can donate with subscriptions, Rumble Rants, gifted subs, or we have a few options outside of the app processing. We have PayPal right over here. We're going to make it a little smaller. Put it right in front of Bobble Trump's face. Nobody covers this glorious, glorious face. How dare you, Dozer? How dare you? See, now your face is covered. That's what I thought. Not so nice when your face... Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, I moved it. No. Put it back. Put it back, Dozer. Look at that. You did it again. Covered his face as well as mine with the Cash App logo. There is the Cash App QR code. Am I having an argument with my Bubble Trump? Maybe. Have I lost my mind? Just a tad. Just a tad. Did I ever have it to begin with? Oh, maybe. But you can donate with Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Those go directly to the Dozer Den household. Nobody ever has to donate monetarily to the Dozer Den, but if you want to, I sure do appreciate you. Helps cover at least part of an electric bill every couple weeks or so. God, my electric bill is like $400 fucking this month. I don't even know what to do with that. What do you fucking do with that? What do you do with that? $400 electric bill. I don't know what to do with it. Look at that. Entropy Nomad coming in like an absolute freaking Chad, gifting a subscription to the Dozer Den chat. Hell freaking yes. You love to see it. You love to see that good stuff right there, guys. Makes me happy, and not gonna lie, makes the duck happy. Why is the woodchuck so mad? Look at that. Singlet was gifted a membership by Entropy Nomad. Entropy says he needs his peach slab. Dang it. I wish I could give you... I wish I could to control who gets gifted the subs. Somebody seek it within your heart to gift Entropy Nomad a sub. If you can. You hit that red present box right down at the bottom of the chat. It's something you can do. They took them... Took what? Oh, God. Marijuana Control Board took those with 24 rounds of pot last year. Oh, dang. That's a lot. Marijuana Control Board took those with 24 pounds of pot last year. That's a lot of marijuana. Who had 24 pounds of marijuana? My goodness. My goodness. Guys, did you know that Artemis 2 may or may not have been surrounded by UFOs? It's a possibility. Let's take a look. Let's investigate. Let's analyze.
All right.
Right and clear, Victor. Tell me.
All right, watch this orb. It glitches out.
I have you the same. Thank you.
And then there's orbs flying all over the place. What was that? And then look at this thing spinning around, coming behind it. And then that one seems to kind of stay more stationary. And this one on the right starts kind of taking off and then disappears.
Okay. Yep, it's gone. Entropy was needing a sub. Harry Toe. By the way, thanks for being over there in the YouTube. You are on the YouTube chat, Harry Toe. Thanks for watching over there, by the way. To the 2 people watching on YouTube, thanks for watching. We've got like 120 or so subscribers, which is okay. You know, hey, wherever we can get the message out, that's okay. I want to spread this message, guys. Information, entertainment, infotainment. That's the name of the game here in the Dozer Den. Wherever I can. Guys, did you know that while Lindsey Graham may be dead, Mitch McConnell is definitely alive, and this is actual footage from the rehab unit that he's on. Guys, he's just been in rehab for the past week, month, and don't ask questions about his wife going to the Chinese Communist Party for like a couple weeks or something. Don't ask any questions about that. This is definitely footage, real life, 100% authentic footage of Mitch McConnell doing some of his physical therapy to rehab. 100% real.
Mitch, what are you doing?
Time to get back in shape.
Oh my gosh, look at you! Getting started.
Watch this.
My goodness, Mitch.
This is how you do it.
You know, it's inspiring. Honestly, it's freaking inspiring. And look at that. Harry Toe coming in, gifting a sub, showering the chat with his love. Or spraying the chat with his love. Whatever verb you want to use, I'm not going to judge you, okay? We talk about stuff and things here in the Dozer Den. Stuff and things. All right? You did gift it. Gifted a shirt. How did it go to me? What? How did... Rumble, fix your shit. Okay, there it goes. It came in. Entropy Nomad was gifted a membership by Harry Toe. It worked. Okay, it didn't just go to me. Okay, it didn't. You did gifted. Thank you very much for that, Harry Toe. I appreciate you. That puts us at $11 on the night, which means we are $49 away. Wait, 39. Math is hard. Good Lord. $39 away from Fancy Hat Goal. Very, very nice. That's what we love to see. And it should pop up soon that you should be able to slap that peach. But I'm not going to lie, getting kind of excited here. A little bit too excited, maybe. I should probably calm down. Anyways. I think I have another. Oh, sad news. Sam Neill freaking died. Guy from Jurassic Park and that horribly haunting space movie. I forgot the name of it, but I don't like to think about it because it traumatized me when I was in my early teens. But, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. Sam Neill was a New Zealander. And look at that. Entropy Nomad coming in, gifting another sub to the chat. My God. What has gotten into you guys today? It's very good to see him. It wasn't alien. It was like Harry Toe. Harry Toe caught the red rash. You thought you were going to avoid it, Harry Toe. You thought you could run, but you can't hide from the rumble rash. That's right. Catch a rumble rash. It's beautiful. Beautiful MAGA red. It oozes patriotism. The only treatment is more America. More America, not less. Some would say you shouldn't spread the rash. I say no. Spread that rash right around. Look at this. We're nodding in approval. Very, very, very much approval of that rumble rash getting spread around. Very nice. You didn't know he's that old. Jurassic Park was amazing. Yeah, he died at 78. My goodness. Let's take a look at this. He had a duck. You know what? We played the duck celebrating earlier. And God, look at this just serene picture here. My God, this is like a Bob Ross painting.
I don't know if you've ever cuddled a duck. This is Charlie. Loves cuddling.
Oh, I can't hear that at all. I hope you guys can.
It's very soothing for Charlie. Probably more soothing for me. Say hello, Charlie. Don't be shy. You gorgeous duck. Yes. I don't know if you've ever...
Look at him loving on the ducky. What a nice fellow. Guys, they have a deflockinator now. What's up, Jixer Trickster? Good to see ya. Well, when you have unlimited money, it's easy to have that. I mean, true. It is a cool duck. I like that duck a lot. Guys, we talked about flock the other night. This is the deflockinator.
Hey guys, Casey with Gun Dog Armory. Lasers. Today we're doing laser versus a drill bit. We're doing a screw.
Don't ever use these on those flock cameras. I would definitely never recommend that you do such a thing.
And an Allen key. And this one's supposed to be pretty powerful, so let's see how it goes. Alright? Went through a drill bit pretty easily. Screws taking a little bit longer. Alright, let's move on to an Allen key. Woo, boy!
Screw didn't go.
Come on. There we go. That's it.
Nah.
Ooh, went right through all that metal like nothing. Like lava. Get you one.
Each day we get closer and closer to having lightsabers, guys. Lightsabers. What's up, Lizzie Longtoes? Good to see ya. Said sup, friends. Thanks for saying hi in the chat. That puts you, I think, at you're number 67 in the unique live chatters for this month. That puts us at 8 away from our goal. That's right. We're supposed to get 75 unique live chatters per month as part of the Rumble Creator Program. I typically don't have an issue getting there. We usually end up with about 100 or so. So thank you guys for the support in whatever way you can support the channel, whether it be watching, commenting, sharing, liking, reposting, or monetarily with Rumble Rants, Gifted Subs, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, whatever way you want to support the channel. I appreciate every one of you guys being here. And I'm glad you come back, guys. I'm glad you come back. Plasma rifle with 900 watt range. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Harry Toe coming in with another gifted sub. Heck yeah. Spreading that rash all around, getting us to $21 on the night, almost halfway to fancy hat goal on a Monday. Goodness gracious. Excuse me. Are you guys ready to get into the first topic? Are you ready? It would appear Lindsey, Ladybugs Graham, has passed away. He was 71 years old. Apparently he served in the military for like 30 years, which, you know what? Like, no joke, thank you for your service, dude. I assume you served with honor and did well in that role. That's all the positive I will have to say. You know what? How about this? He worked well with others that were diametrically opposed to all that conservatism is. But Lady Graham, Lady G, Lady Lindsey Bugs, Lindsey Ladybugs Graham. He is dead. Suffered from like an aortic rupture or something like that. That's a pretty quick death. Wait a second. Before I gotta celebrate. We got a gifted sub. Okay, we got a gifted sub, and it's a good thing. That is a good thing, and it makes a crab happy. That celebration is not for Lady Lindsey Bugs Graham being dead. I'm not celebrating his death, but I'm not going to pretend that I'm sad about it being dead. I'm really not. He's did a lot of evil things, in my opinion, on this planet. Look at the slaps of the peach we got. Look at that hairy toe with a whoosh, slap of that peach. Double. Oh, wait, Lord Blades with a whoosh, a slap of that peach. Sometimes you got to slap that peach. Sometimes you make them count. And look at that Lizzie Longtoes. First time in the chat from what I've seen. If you've been here before, sorry I forgot about you. But you will now have access to a plethora of wondrous, stupendous, fantabulous emotes. Some animated, some not. Hopefully all kind of entertaining. That's the goal anyways. We got toes fighting in the chat. yes. But anyways, Lindsey Graham is dead. And I'm not going to pretend to be sad about it. And I'm not going to say that he was a great patriot, because I don't think he was, at least not in his time in Congress. Maybe he was when he was a soldier. He served as a JAG. So that's cool. I hope he was not corrupt then. Clearly there was corruption present when he was in office. He stated multiple times that he was going to pick other countries over this country. I disagree with that. I think that makes you a traitor to this country. And while he may have done good things in the past, when he was in office as a senator, he tended to just foment war whoredom. I said earlier, just don't be a whore and don't buy whores. Well, don't be a war whore either. The war machine was something that Lindsey Graham was so fervently attached to, and I'm not sure if it was his time in serving that made this so, or if it was the compensation that he got. Apparently, he was one of the middle. He was like 294th wealthiest member of Congress. So stated wealth. It's when you get millions of dollars, it can get kind of fucky with how your net worth is determined. You can have, oh well, this is how much I had in my bank account. Okay, well, what about this asset and that asset and this account and that account and those stocks and that's it. So, that being said, apparently he wasn't that wealthy. Maybe he just did it for the love of the game. He just loved war so much that he just had to do it, intrinsically motivated by the war. And a lot of donations from APAC. But he's gone now, and his sister, for some reason, I guess, is being put in his stead until the election can be held. I guess there will be a special election. His sister Darlene, which, God bless him, apparently his parents died early in life, and he raised his sister and helped take care of her and stuff. And that's not an easy task. And God knows what kind of things he experienced in his life that maybe contributed to his mentality. But Mr. Tranny is saying Lindsey paid him a lot of money to do this. Yup, it wasn't a tranny as far as I know, unless there's a new one. Salty, do you have a link? Is there a new one? I don't care about Graham. We should push forward and reflect later. Life moves at you real quick. True. But yeah, it's something. It's something. He, I guess, like I said, Darlene Graham Nordone is going to be the interim senator, which is not. Is it somewhat dynastic? I mean, if they push forward in the actual election, if they push for her to be the one who actually replaces him, yeah. That would be dynastic. This is just a placeholder kind of thing. It's a bit of a formality. It's done with a lot of politicians that die. Sometimes their wives will step into that role. It doesn't mean that they're really going to be doing much in that position, to be honest. At least not usually. But let's check this out. From, I think her name's Harrison Faulkner.
Fox News Alert. We just spoke moments ago about this. President Trump is recommending that Governor Henry McMaster appoint Lindsey Graham's sister, Darlene, to serve as interim senator for the great state of South Carolina. Fox has been told by a senior source at the U.S. Capitol this is likely the direction the appointment will go. Darlene and the late senator were very close. The president described Lindsey Graham as loving her dearly. He's called her success the highlight of his life, the senator had. And Governor McMaster is expected to announce the appointment today at 4 p.m. Eastern. We will bring that to you live right here on Fox News Channel.
She's not bad.
Fox News Alert. We just spoke moments ago about this. President Trump is recommending that Governor Henry McMaster appoint Lindsey Graham's sister, Darlene, to serve as interim senator for the great state of South Carolina. Fox has been told by a...
Yeah, there she is. She's the one off to the left here, I'm pretty sure, with the big earring and the blue blouse. Is that a blouse? I think that's a blouse. I don't know lady clothing terms. I mean, I know some, but... I mean, yeah, I think she's pretty. Definitely prettier than him. Well, I'll say that. Yeah. Doable. I'm not saying I would, but, I mean, probably not. But anyways, we have an article here. Give me a moment. By the way, this is the 2-year anniversary of Trump being shot in the head. I may have my issues at times. What's up, Madness Entertainment over there on pill.net? I have my critic. Harry Toe says, yeah, I would. If single. Oh, good Lord. So it's this 2-year anniversary of Trump being shot in the head, which he was, and he survived. And I still think that's one of the most badass moments I've ever seen in politics and honestly in general. And I may have my criticisms of the administration, but like I've said before, I can criticize this administration while still wanting this administration to succeed and still being a fan of Trump, even though he pisses me off sometimes. I still want the man to do well, and I want this country to do very fucking well. So I want this administration to do very well. And I am, absolutely, I don't regret my vote. I may be frustrated at times, but I never regret my vote. Voted for him 3 times. I say he won. He did win 3 times. But yeah, we still know nothing about the shooter. I know it's been 2 years and we know nothing about this. I think they put Trump in a room and they put a big bright light in his face and said, "Hey, you know what? I know you say you want to know a little bit more about this Thomas Crooks fella. That's too fucking bad. We made this happen. You didn't get got. Good for you. Good for you. We trained him up. We had him practicing with our agents at that fucking gun range. Nothing to see here, though, guys. Nothing whatsoever. Not like he was training with people who train at the, at the same gun range that, high-level officials or high-level agents are training. Not like that's a thing that happened. Not like his house was pristine and there was no silverware in the drawers. Nothing like that. Nothing like this guy was apparently able to encrypt his multiple devices so that not even the government, not even the CIA could get into it. Oh my gosh. I hate everything. Everything is fake and gay. Everything is fake and gay. Thomas Crooks was absolutely inspired by federal agents, if not an actual fucking operation by those in the establishment to take Trump out, and they missed. They took a shot at the king. They fucking missed. Was it enough to probably make a statement? I think it was. I think it really was. It really is upsetting to me that it was a statement, but it is what it is. I missed my rant button, guys. I missed my rant button. I had a rant. It happened. Thank you, Entropy. You inspired that within me. It's that right there. It is. It's like, and he came out and he goes, actually, I'm fine with this investigation. I don't have any more questions whatsoever. I'll be good. I'll stop asking questions. Don't shoot me again, please. I kind of think if I got shot in the head, I might have the same reaction. I'm not gonna lie. It was so close. It is literally, I think, the hand of God kept him from getting ended. I really do. Thomas Crooks was a level 3 attempt. We have level 10 if need be. I didn't know that there were levels. Guys, the roof was too slippery. And now we find out apparently the Secret Service missed over 100 radio transmissions. They missed 100 radio transmissions about the shooter being present and suspicious and then getting up on... It was allowed. It was facilitated. We're never going to know more about it. They don't want us to know more about it. We're never going to know. Maybe 60 years from now, we might get some little drips. I do believe wholeheartedly that the deep state was trying to kill Trump and they missed. Some say there was another shooter. I don't know. I haven't seen any evidence for that. But my goodness, what an absolute travesty of intelligence on this. Or rather, I mean, it was for them because I think they didn't achieve their goal, but that was absolutely an inside job. I absolutely believe the Thomas Crooks assassination attempt of Donald Trump was an inside job. So, yeah, just like Kennedy. And, you threaten somebody with a bullet to the head, and then you threaten their family, and they're going to toe the line to an extent. I'm not going to act like I'd be any different, honestly. If you threatened my family, and if you showed me that you could get to my family without me being able to do a damn thing, I would... You're chained. You're shackled. Like there's who was it? Somebody said that they wouldn't want to be president because honestly, it restricts you more than liberates you. You think it's going to give you power. You think it's going to give you the ability to make as much of a difference as possible. But in reality, you're shackled by the establishment, by the deep state, by all the protocols, by all the nonsense. And if you can stay out and function in a private capacity, you might actually be able to have more sway and more influence on the processes. I don't know. That was a dang good movie, Dawn Darkstar. Dang good one. In 60 years from now, it will be the new JFK Files. We have some prophets in the chat. I agree. I do agree. It's going to be interesting to see the communications that have been had with President Trump about that. It'll get declassified eventually, I think. Or, we'll have a huge Class 10 solar flare that fries everything, and we'll go back to Monk. I don't know. We've got an article from the AP about Lindsey Graham. We're going to play a little bit here. We might read the whole article. We might not. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. If I feel froggy enough, we will read the whole article. But I have a clip, and honestly, I do pray for his family. Not his wife and kids, because that's a joke that was going around on Twitter. It said, "Oh, you may dislike Lindsey, but pray for his wife and kids." Nope.
Graham died after Senator Lindsey Graham died after a tear in his aorta, according to a preliminary medical examiner finding which was shared by his office. Graham died on Saturday, just 2 days after his 71st birthday, after what his office described as a brief and sudden illness. The tear in the inner wall of the aorta, called an aortic dissection, was apparently related to the hardening of Graham's arteries. An official cause of death is expected.
Well, when you shill for war so much throughout your life, your arteries are going to get a little bit worn.
To be disclosed.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work doing that.
After a toxicological and microscope testing. Graham was one of US President Donald Trump's key allies in Congress, who traveled the world to advocate for a more aggressive US foreign policy. Trump described him as like a member of the family.
That's weird. Just weird. Let's see. They already said that. So he was 71 years old. He was a former Air Force lawyer who served in Congress for more than 3 decades. That's too long. Term limits, please. For the love of God, term limits. Did they praise him as well as a communist dictator or a terrorist leader? He liked rubbing elbows with some interesting folks. He had turned 71 years old just 2 days ago. Maybe he had a really, really rough birthday party. Before dying on Saturday night, his office originally said he suffered from a brief and sudden illness. It's a heart attack. Trump, who talked with Graham frequently, said he was like a member of the family. It's very tough. He was like a member of my family. It's very tough. I miss him. Him and his ladybugs. We talked about his ladybugs often. I told him, Lindsey, I know you love your ladybugs. Your lovely ladybugs. But I don't want to hear about them anymore. The president. I'm thinking it was natural causes. I don't think any of the foreign countries. I mean, Ukraine would have been my main suspect here, but it sounds like even we do have a heart attack gun, but I don't think it would cause such a vicious rip in the aorta like that. I think our heart attack gun is a little bit more subtle, from what I understand. But the cause of death is already out. So see, Graham called him on a Saturday night after returning from a trip to Ukraine, of course, and sounded a little bit tired, but perfect. The president ordered that flags across the country be flown at half staff until next Saturday evening. No. Really quick. Fuck no. Why on earth did you order flags to fly at half staff for Lindsey Graham? No. That's absolutely unacceptable. That's one thing. Bad Trump. Bad Bobble Trump. No. Think about what you did. About to put you in the corner. Nobody puts Bobble Trump in the corner. I've done it before. I'll do it again. Yeah, I disagree with that. I do not think he needs... I think that's too much. A noted foreign policy hawk, Graham was one of the most influential figures in Washington on international affairs, and he advised Trump on matters such as the Iran war and Russia. On Friday, Graham had announced an agreement with the Trump administration to move forward on a package of Russian sanctions. Yet again. As chairman of the Senate Budget Committee, Graham also had a central role in Trump's second term as Republicans pushed major legislation on party line votes while holding a narrow 53 to 47 vote in majority in the chamber. Under South Carolina law, Republican Governor Henry McMaster will appoint a temporary replacement for Graham, who was seeking a fifth term in November. A new nominee will be selected in a special primary, which is required to be held within weeks of a vacancy. The winner of November's general election will start a full 6-year term in January. So, I mean, yeah, pretty close. Graham had a close and complicated relationship with Trump. Graham, elected to the Senate in 2022 after serving in the House, long promoted a policy of robust U.S. military interventionism and strong national defense that in later years would put him at odds with the growing isolationist wing of his party, which would include me. Over time, Graham became well known for his close ties with Trump, whom the senator briefly ran against for the presidential nomination in 2016. Their relationship would begin on a rough note, with Graham calling the then New York businessman unfit for office. I tell you what, he's unfit for office. I wouldn't vote for him. Graham used a profanity to describe Trump after Trump made disparaging comments about Arizona Republican John McCain, Graham's best friend in the Senate, and a Vietnam War vet. McCain and Graham, along with Senator Joe Lieberman, independent from Connecticut, were known as the Three Amigos, and frequently traveled together to promote their foreign policy views around the globe. What's up, S. Henson? Good to see you. At least it wasn't Polonium 210. Yeah. Didn't we fly flags at half-staff for rush passing? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think... No, I'm not okay with Graham getting it. Oh, it was just Florida for a day? It'd be good. Huh, interesting. During a campaign rally in South Carolina, Trump read out Graham's personal cell phone number and continued to belittle him. The 2016 races, Graham made it clear he wouldn't support Trump. Graham, however, shifted significantly once Trump won the White House. Of course he did. And emerged as one of Trump's top allies until 2020. Speaking with him frequently and becoming a regular presence on the golf course alongside the president, even as McCain remained a critic. You know where your bread's buttered, I suppose. In a 2018 interview with the Associated Press, Graham explained his pivot by saying McCain taught him that the country must move forward after elections, and that meant you have an obligation to help the president. McCain ran twice for the White House. And I've tried to be helpful where I could because I think he needs all the help he can get. Graham said of Trump, "You can be a better critic when people understand that you're trying to help them be successful." Graham was a prominent defender of Trump during the president's two first-term impeachments, a reversal from Graham's role as House prosecutor during Bill Clinton's impeachment in 1998, when he urged senators not to make up their minds before listening to all of the arguments. Both Trump and Clinton were eventually acquitted. Graham appeared to break with Trump after the January 6th, 2021 attack on the Capitol, saying in a dramatic speech on the Senate floor that night, "Count me out. Enough is enough." But the senator soon returned to Trump's side, and the two remained close during Trump's second term. Foreign policy was a focus for Graham. Graham had just been in Ukraine to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. "We are very sad to hear of Lindsey Graham passing. He made many millions of dollars for my pockets." Who said the senator visited his country 10 times during the years since Russia invaded in February 2022. Lindsey was a true defender of freedom. Lindsey was a true defender of freedom and values that make our world safer, Zelensky said. Yeah, fuck McCain. I agree. I hope he's rotting in hell. That's a bad thing to say. That's not very Christian-like. I should apologize for that. But I'm not going to, because that was how I felt for a day. For a minute there. McCain was an awful human being. I thank you for serving in the military, I suppose. But yeah, McCain sucked. Really, really bad. And not a good guy. He was one of the chief backers of Trump's war in Iran, having advocated for years for direct confrontation between Washington and Tehran, which we're getting back to. Apparently, we had 1,000 missiles aimed at Iran the other day, and that might have been what made him, have that. He got so excited that he had a heart attack. Graham continued to defend Trump this summer, even as many of his fellow Republicans questioned a tentative June ceasefire agreement that they worried could send billions of dollars to Iran. "I'd rather try diplomacy than take it off the table," Graham said of Trump's memorandum of understanding with Tehran. Accents are killing you? Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Graham's travels made him a familiar face to dozens of world leaders. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Graham understood that security of Israel and the United States were inseparable. No. Israel has lost one of its greatest friends. America has lost a great patriot. I have lost a beloved friend and partner in bed, Netanyahu said. Graham led both the Senate Budget Committee and Senate Budget and Judiciary Committees. As Budget Committee Chairman, Graham helped oversee a Senate procedure that allowed Republicans to pass significant policies such as last year's tax law without the threat of a Democratic filibuster. Well, look at you. He had previously led the Senate Judiciary Committee when Republicans confirmed Amy Coney Barrett to the Supreme Court in 2020. Bad pick, Trump. That's bit you in the butt a few times, hasn't it? Now, the senator was in line to regain that gavel if the party kept its majority after the midterm elections, which isn't promised, and had pledged to confirm as many conservative judges as possible. Sure they were. If you get John Thune on board, which he's not, because he's, yeah. Let's see. Immigration, irreplaceable force in the Senate. This is just, yeah, I don't know. He was irreplaceable. George W. Bush said he knew how the world works, so he pretty much was able to rub labels. Pretty much, yeah. Graham's dead. I was not a fan. Trump loves him, and all that good stuff. I don't agree with the flags being flown at half staff for him, but yeah. You guys want to see a baked tater? You guys want to see one of the best baked taters you're ever going to see? Because we're done with that topic, damn it. I'm done with it. Had enough of that Lindsey Graham stuff. We got a baked tater here, though. This was on Reddit. I've been looking at this, periodically looking over at this from the article. Oh, Harry Toe got done with Graham, too. Same wavelength.
Watch how it break down. Just
look at that tater.
Smoking from the Rudy Root. We want you to eat the whole thing, so we season it while we cooking it also.
Some butter? Some of that bottle butter.
Parquet. We ain't gonna use none of that cheap butter.
Wait, did he say that's margarine? Did he just say that's margarine?
We're gonna use some of this parquet. We ain't gonna use none
No,
of
it's
that
parquet.
cheap butter.
I think he said it's parquet. I don't know.
A little bit more seasoning on the inside. Top of the cheese right on top of it. Barbecue sauce. That's what I can help.
It's a good amount of cheese. Oh, we got the barbecue sauce.
Have some of that underneath.
I hope it's Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce.
Now this brisket, it just chop up like chow mein.
He's gonna get the brisket on them taters. Good stuff. That's good. That's good char.
It's so tender. It'll fall apart while I get it.
Oh God, now I need food. I need food now. It's gonna happen, guys. I'm gonna plug Anton's Biltong from BiltongUSA.com after this.
We're gonna make sure that you tell somebody. You gonna tell somebody, and somebody gonna say, "Where he at?"
I'll be right there.
It's the land of the loaded. That man loading them up.
Oh,
Right there.
Meat and taters. That's how it's the weight of my heart. Meat and taters.
We got another same one right behind it. Tempo. Some cheese.
More cheese.
We're gonna give that like 2 seconds to melt. We're gonna get you something to eat right here.
We're gonna get some ribs too. We got ribs too, guys.
And we're gonna ask you, do you want your ribs with the bone?
You thought we were done at that beautiful, beautiful brisket baked potato, but no, we got ribs to couple with it.
Beautiful. Or without.
Without, please.
And she said without, so we're gonna go ahead and take that out.
Fall off the bone ribs. Baby Ray's is garbage. You bastard. I love Sweet Baby Ray's. Although I did experience a barbecue sauce this Saturday before the show that I did say, you know what, we might have to start buying that. It was in I gotta ask my brother-in-law. Good, sweet, but like good little bit of tang to it as well. A little bit runnier than Sweet Baby Ray's, but just it was good. It was in like a little squirt bottle thing, not like a typical like bottle that you see. I love Sweet Baby Ray's though.
So we're gonna go ahead and remove
Look at that, just coming off the bone.
She said she wanted her ribs without bone. So we're gonna remove that juicy things.
What's up, a dangerous toy? Good to see you.
On that boy. We're gonna hook it up. We don't want none of that on top of them.
Oh, we got some sour cream too on top. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about.
And we're gonna dress it.
It's not even a baked potato at this point. This is just a masterpiece. This isn't even a baked potato at this point. This is a masterpiece. You've got baked potato base, then cheese, then or butter, then cheese, then some seasonings, and then brisket, and then more cheese, and then ribs. Oh my God.
I'm dressing up like
so much. A little parsley? You know what that is? Or is that chives? It's chives. That is
Say y'all Blackout Barbecue. We ain't playing no games.
Cigar International Menu. Syed's Blackout Barbecue. Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody's hating on Baby Ray's. Guys, you're breaking my heart. Breaking my heart. I love Sweet Baby Ray's. It's got a special, it's nostalgic. Okay, I've had it since I was like in my teens. I think my mom used to get it. But my brother-in-law did have some really good barbecue sauce. I forgot what it was, but I was told you can purchase it at Walmart. So I'll have to try. You guys want to see Conor McGregor speak about the things? There are many things that Conor McGregor speaks about. I didn't expect him to talk about this. This is before he busted his knee.
You believe in him?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, I do.
You ever meet him?
Probably.
Aliens.
Probably, right?
Probably. I tell you why, right?
Yeah,
Did you see that? Did you see the new movie of Disclosure Day?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see it?
Wait, Disclosure?
Disclosure Day. It's a Steven Spielberg movie.
No, I didn't
He's in
see
a
it.
sketchy. It's only out. It's actually a great watch. Do you know
Yeah.
that God says we are His greatest creation on earth?
Really?
You know, we're not the only one. So
There's
I
others.
100% believe in aliens for sure. In fact, I actually spend my evening staring at stars, waiting for it to move, thinking it's gonna go.
You know, by
No,
my
you do
house,
that?
every night they do.
Yeah,
I
do
wait
you?
every
Yeah.
night between the hours of 11 and 2 a.m. I'll
Oh,
sit on my
yeah,
balcony
yeah.
and I watch. There are two lights that are right because I live at the highest point of Vegas. And so, like, right on top of the hill, and I watch them and they glow and they get really big and then they get small and then they dart away every night.
I well believe you.
She's seen the things.
You believe in? Do you
Of
believe
course,
in? Yeah.
I've seen them.
Have you seen them?
I have.
Go on, tell us about your alien
Okay,
experience.
There's a couple. I'll go really quick. But one that I knew was true, I was on a flight from Milwaukee back to New York, and we're 30,000 feet high, but you can see down, you can see the road and all of the lights and things like that. And all of a sudden I see three orbs, and they're going as fast as the plane is going, but they're on the ground. And for a half an hour they were trailing the plane.
Wow.
And they went through the woods, they went through this whole expanse of land, and then they went over water.
It's just as ready to
Once
get-
they went over water, they split, and then they came back together. It was great. It was the craziest shit I've ever seen.
And then did
Yeah.
they go under the water or did they shoot up?
Then
down,
they
or
just
did
disappeared.
pop like that?
Yeah.
Jace, you were on track to get that Malaysian experience. See the Malaysian airplane where the thing goes, the
Dude,
orbs.
I know.
He knows about the things, guys. Get him in touch with Ashton Forbes. But man, Ashton Forbes is such a jerk to people. Like, if he would be nicer to people, he'd be more well received. But he got downright cruddy with folks.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
The orbs
dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, that Disclosure Day is a good watch. Tonight, well, look.
I didn't understand a thing he said there at the end. I heard the Disclosure Day is a good watch, but then that last one, I don't think that was English. I do not think that last one was English, guys. Ugh.
An invasion. You believe in them?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, I think.
She looks like she actually had an experience, though. The way she was like looking down and like she was back at, like, it looked like she was actually going through it in her head. Like if she was just completely making it up, I don't think she would have had those nonverbals. I pay attention to people's nonverbals. I'm a people watcher. Okay, a people watcher. Let's see here. One more thing to show you guys before we get into our next topic. Because we have a next topic, the North Carolina shooting. We have a Hitler conspiracy theory. Okay? A Hitler conspiracy theory. We've talked about this. We have talked about this. Do I think Connor cares about what she's saying? So Ashton was pretty cruddy to some people there for a while. Like, very abrasive. And I get it, the being mad about being discounted. I get that. But he was... You get a lot more flies with honey than you do vinegar. And I do like Ashton. But he was pretty crass to some folks. And I think it put a lot of people off. But all good and dangerous toy, all good. I wouldn't say he's a... I think he was kind of doing the wrestling thing, fitting into a heel persona. That's what I think Ashton was starting to do, trying to be like the villain for a little bit to get a little bit more attention. And I think it worked to an extent in some capacity. Then he started talking politics and talking about Israel. And it's like, what are you doing, man? Go back to the four orbs. Four orbs. Let's do that. His last name is Ashton Forbes, isn't it? Yeah. Four orbs. Go back to that. Go back to your roots, sir. Do the physics stuff. Apparently he had an anti-gravity machine or something that he was trying to sell or trying to get people to download the blueprints for. I kind of stopped paying attention when he started being mean to people. But I did I watched him actually a little bit ago. It was like about a month ago. I watched him. He just streams on Rumble every now and then. But yeah, we have a Hitler theory, guys. We've talked about this before on the stream, that there were quite a few Nazis that went to South America, like Argentina. And let's let Tim Kennedy, we were just looking at a MMA individual. Let's look at another one. He has perspectives, and he blows Joe Rogan's mind.
What's the official story? The official story is that he killed himself, right?
Yep.
He killed himself in the bunker with Ava Braun.
Yep.
And is there any photographic evidence of his death or anything?
Yeah. So what the Russians got the body and they got his skull. And when they brought it back to Moscow, nobody has ever been able to independently verify who and what this body is. They let one
It's a freaking female. It's not even a male body. The skull is a female skull.
Genetic test occur, and the body with the bullet holes that they said was Hitler, and have said, and that's the narrative, that's the story, that's all the eyewitness accounts that are even in the vicinity of collaborating with each other and corroborating each other's testimony. Like the closest version, because none of it seems to be very accurate, is that, okay, here's Hitler's skull, and when they did the genetic testing, it's that of a 35-year-old woman. So like, oh, well, this isn't Hitler, but they've said for the past 80 years that this is Hitler. So, okay, first, before we start throwing stones at Russia, let's go back to 1945, April, in Berlin. You have the Allies coming in.
Yeah, Hitler very likely lived for decades after the end of World War II and may have fathered children.
Wrecking shop, dropping bombs, blowing everything up they can in every single which way. You have the Russians coming in from the opposite direction. They don't even have enough guns to arm all their soldiers. So if they have 200 guys, or 200,000 guys, they have 100,000 guns. If the guy in front of you dies.
Guys, really quick, don't forget to repost this stream on Rumble. And to the other places as well.
You just pick up his gun. That's what's happening in April of 1945 in Berlin. So the noose is tightening. There is no, I mean, it is chaos, anarchy, pandemonium. This is hell on earth, is Berlin, 1945. So I don't know if you could get a
entropy. I did have that thought. Maybe it was just a very unattractive woman the whole time, and that's why Hitler was so angry. Hitler had gender dysphoria. I've solved all of the problems. That's what it was. Hitler was just an angry trans. Angry tea person. Yep. Yep.
Real story. A real... The way that we do it now, where we have, this forensic experts that come in and document everything, and we look at all the different testimonies, say this is exactly how. It's not CSI. This is 1945 Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. So I don't know.
So there was no absolute proof.
No.
And a lot of Nazis did escape and go to South America.
The majority of anyone with power.
The ones with power that went to South America, I know a bunch of them went to Argentina, but they think they went to Honduras and a few other places.
Mm-hmm.
Where do they think they wound up?
So what you had in South America, both Chile and Argentina, back to back, had fascist regimes. You had Perón, who was part of the Nazi Party starting all the way back into the mid-30s. He's the president of Argentina. So the Red Cross. They were
the Nazis just took over Argentina.
There was about 3 different rat lines that guys were able to successfully get out of Europe into South America.
How do you know they weren't methed up trannies? Harry Toe, how do you know?
America. And there's no question that we're talking thousands, if not tens of thousands of high-ranking Nazis made it there.
Tens of thousands.
Tens of thousands. And I'm not talking like little soldiers. I'm talking high-ranking Nazis, officers, guys like Joseph Mengele and Adolf Eichmann. I mean, these are the most disgusting, despicable humans to exist at the time. If Hitler is dead, Joseph Mengele is the guy that would take syringes full of blue ink and inject them. Oh, you have blue eyes, Joe, or you have brown eyes. Let me see if I can make them blue.
Oh, wow.
And then take twins and start torturing them to see if one would feel the pain. That's Joseph Mengele.
Yeah, they did that.
I mean, that's the guy that then in South America was helping high-ranking Argentinians have abortions, and he set up. Have you seen the movie Colonia?
No.
About Colonia Dignidad, which is, if you're listening right now, I almost warn you not to Google it, because it was a torture camp that was started by Joseph Schaefer, a Nazi, and Joseph Mengele, the doctor of death that escaped trial in Nuremberg and made it at the behest of Perón into...
They call him Dodd for short.
Argentina. He set up the hospital at Colonia Dignidad, which was another safe haven for more Nazis in South America. Golda Meir and Ben Gurion, the presidents of Israel, they took the gloves off, and they were just sending assassins to try to find these people and kill them. But what you got in South America were isolated German-only communities. You could go into Bariloche, Argentina, and I'd be like, "Buenos dias, amigos," and they're like, "Guten Morgen." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I meant good morning. Yeah, sorry, it's 2017, right? I thought we spoke Spanish here."
So, in 2017, you were there, and they were speaking German.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, I don't look very. I might look more European than I do. So it's just them seeing me walking down the street and be like,
wow.
Yeah. And there's tons of communities. I mean, if you go to Colonia Dignidad, which is now called Villa Bavaria, the Bavarian village, it is only German.
Wow.
In the center of Chile, in the mountains of Chile. Like there's no Spanish being
perfectly normal
being spoken there. It is exclusively German.
And these are the descendants of Nazis.
Powerful Nazis.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that is a interesting bit of information there. If Fauci had total power, well, he kind of did there for a minute. Pretty much, I mean, not total, but he had a lot, and just with that power, it was pretty bad. Not good at all. Let's go ahead and get into this next topic, and then after that, I have a good palate cleanser that involves a puppy. This next topic, little bit rough. There was a North Carolina shooting, guys. Wilson County Courthouse is where this occurred. And it was a fan of wearing towel headdresses, from what I understand. Something like that. Something like that. We have an article from local news that matters, apparently. CBS 17 Plus. Why is it plus? I don't know. I don't know why the plus is there. That's a thing that's been common, guys. The pluses are everywhere. I don't agree. If it doesn't have an exceptional extra bit of pizzazz, how can you say it's plussy? Guys, a woman, she's in critical condition, and a retaliatory shooting at Wilson County Courthouse. Officer and deputy were hurt, according to the sheriff. This is by Matthew Suckle and Keaton Eberly and Hannah Leva. This was at 11:07 a.m. There's probably been some updates since then. Oh, updated 7:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wilson, North Carolina. A woman is in critical condition following a shooting at the Wilson County Courthouse Monday morning that also left a deputy and an officer hurt, the sheriff's office said. During a press conference Monday, Wilson County Sheriff Calvin Woodard Jr. said law enforcement received a report of an active shooter outside the courthouse in the 100 block of Nash Street around 10:45 a.m. According to Woodard, a man identified as 21-year-old Abdul Karim Mustafa Sounds like a very, very American name, guys. Very, very American. Definitely not some type of sand person. Was on a bench in front of the building when he allegedly walked toward a woman going inside the courthouse and shot her several times. The 19-year-old woman is in critical condition at the ECU Health Medical Center as of Monday afternoon and needed immediate surgery, the Wilson County Sheriff's Office said. And, I don't know all the story, all the reason behind. I don't know all the context, but this seems pretty bad on its face. A basketball-playing lion. Exactly. Mustafa. Very close to Mufasa. I thought the same thing. Sounds Irish. Exactly. Definitely an Irishman. I kind of want to find the press conference if we can. The sheriff said Mustafa then ran several blocks from the courthouse. When law enforcement tried to take him into custody, gunfire was exchanged. Not a smart move, guy. A Wilson County deputy was struck twice in his ballistic vest, and a Wilson police officer was shot multiple times in the arm, according to a news release sent Monday evening by the Wilson County Sheriff's Office. Really quick, prayers to these officers and prayers to the woman that was shot. Hopefully, the medical professionals that are dealing with them are able to help them recover as quickly as possible. The deputy sustained minor injuries, the release said, while the officer was taken to the ECU hospital in Greenville, where he is in stable condition. Mustafa was taken into custody by police about 3 blocks from the courthouse without further incident. He was treated at a hospital for a single gunshot wound to the arm and released before being taken to the Wilson County Detention Center, according to the sheriff. So released from the hospital, not from detention. Woodard said his office has filed the following charges against Mustafa. Attempted first-degree murder, going armed to the terror of the public, discharging a firearm in city limits, and 3 counts of damage to real property, not imaginary property. The incident is believed to be in retaliation for a shooting in Wilson 3 weeks ago, June 23rd, that left 16-year-old Ladarius DeBaby Simmons dead, according to Woodard. Did she shoot him? The Wilson County Sheriff's Office said the woman who was shot Monday is believed to be the sister of a shooter. In that case, which is being investigated by the Wilson Police Department. So it's about that life, apparently. According to Wilson Police, another 16-year-old was arrested on Monday and charged with a murder and Ladarius' death. Woodard said the victim in the courthouse shooting is related to the 16-year-old suspect in the June 23rd shooting. The North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation has been called to look into the exchange of gunfire between law enforcement and the suspect, according to officials. Not good. Man, just end the thread already. I'm tired of this. There are ways that we could deal with this. There are. Oh, here's the press conference. We're not doing all 22 minutes. We'll do a little bit.
First of all, before I start, ladies and gentlemen, I always like giving honor to God, Lord Jesus Christ, my Savior. And definitely want to thank all of you, the media. I know a lot of times people do attacks here and there, but as you know, it's you who also help us in law enforcement getting a lot of things uncovered, a lot of things.
I like how he started that. That's a strong way to start a press conference. I'm a fan so far.
Even if we make mistakes, but I do appreciate you all and always have. But to get things started, I just want to introduce some of the people that's up here with me. First of all, I'm Calvin L. Woodard Jr., the Sheriff of Wilson County. To my right here is Major Brandon Barbary over my Criminal Intelligence Investigation Division. To my left is Mr. Jeff Marsigli, who is our district attorney for this judicial district. And next to him is our first sergeant for our area and for our district, First Sergeant Shane Smith. Today, ladies and gentlemen, around 10:40 a.m., we received a call of a possible active shooter here at the Wilson County Courthouse. At that time, there was a police officer and a deputy sheriff who was able to uncover some incidents from viewing footage. We noticed a black male dressed in black with a hoodie covering over his head.
So I wonder if he had this Islamic name, which I'm going to go ahead and say Islamic. A lot of people don't like that. It's what it is. Maybe he's one of these converts, one of these hood rat converts that gets a hold of a Quran when he's in his teens and thinks, oh, wow, this makes a whole bunch of sense. And then decides to convert to the same people religion and still do crime.
Step away from a bench.
What's up, Drizzy Drake? Good to see you. Oh, shoot. I got to shout out reposts really quick. Give me a moment. Let me do a refresh here on the Rumbles, and I will shout out the commenters and the reposters because I do appreciate you guys helping this channel grow in a very, very free way. Drizzy Drake with a repost just now. Thank you so much, Drizzy Drake. Stormblade with a repost. Baked Lynn Greeny with a repost as well. Sam Duty with a repost. Salty Zipper Tits with a comment. Thank you very much for that support, guys. Commenting is caring. Reposting helps the stream grow. When you repost, guys, when you repost, everybody that follows you is going to see that repost, and it goes into our repost tab on Rumble's front page. The goal is to welcome more Killdozers into the Killdozer army. Currently metaphorical. Probably going to stay that way.
In front of our courthouse area and walk towards the person, female.
And to my lurkers, I love my lurkers. I see we have 20 people watching on Rumble. If you haven't said hi in the chat, take a brief moment to just tap a little message. Play with the emotes maybe if you want. That would be beneficial. Definitely helps out. And if you don't have a Rumble account yet, take 3 minutes or so. Make yourself a Rumble account and let this channel be your first follow. It's a very, very good idea. That's what all the cool kids do.
Who was walking inside of the courthouse. He then shot several times and then proceeded to run from the courthouse down several blocks, in which when he ran out those blocks, that's when he was encountered by deputy sheriffs and a police officer. There was an exchange of gunfire in which a police officer and the deputy was hit. The deputy wearing his body armor.
What is up, Crazy Duck Lady, coming in with a comment in the live chat, and for that, we will give you a quick moment of duck excellence. It's a Bucky Duck, and we have a Bass Pro Shops bucket, and you put the ducket in the bucket, and it chills out for a little bit. Look at that. It's adorable. We're going to leave it there.
Received minor injuries. The police
saw that, Drizzy Drake. Appreciate you, bub.
Minor injuries as well. Both is in stable condition.
Tabbed up.
During the incident, the female who was involved in the incident, she did receive several gunshots, and she's now in critical condition, undergoing surgery at this time.
God, I think she took 6 shots, and she's alive. That's a tough old broad right there.
We're obtaining warrants and still in the process. The suspect being a Abdul Kareem Mustafa, 21 years old, was taken into custody by the police department on adjacent street, approximately 3 blocks from the courthouse, when he was taken into custody without any incident at that time. And he was taken to the hospital along with the other personnel and seen and released. And he's now currently being processed at the Wilson County Sheriff's Office with the following charges of attempted first-degree murder, going armed to the terror of the public, discharging a firearm in city limits, and 3 counts of damage to real property. From our investigation, it's possible that some of this is relating to a
Thank you,
incident
Crazy
occurred
Duck Lady.
approximately
Appreciate you.
several weeks ago involving the shooting of a 16-year-old juvenile and some form of retaliation. It's going to be an isolated incident.
What does candling a stockpile of eggs mean? Do you light a candle underneath the eggs to keep them warm? I'm confused. Was that coddling a stockpile of eggs?
Incident, one in which the
cuddling. I think we're cuddling eggs. Yep, Crazy Duck Lady is currently nesting atop the eggs.
The public and community should have no worries, because here we made sure that we dotted every I's and crossed every T to ensure that the suspect was brought to justice through our working relationship with our local agencies and our state agencies.
Show them
and
some
I feel
justice.
strongly that there's be some additional information that we may find, and we're going to continue this investigation to its fullest. The State Bureau of Investigation has been very gracious.
Not only partial, full.
To also assist us along with these agencies before me and the Wilson Police Department, and they're going to do what we consider the officer involved shooting investigation on their own independent investigation. So,
I mean, he should get prison, but I mean, maybe they'll put him in a diversionary program.
We had a great.
I doubt this is his first offense, though. If he's shooting in public like this, I kind of doubt. Okay, so you shine a bright light in the shell in a darkish room to make sure there isn't any older eggs I might have missed in a nest. Oh, I have been educated. I have been duck informed. Thank you, Crazy Duck Lady, for a long period of time, aka rot. Shine a bright light in the shell of a darkish room to make sure that there isn't any older eggs I might have missed in a nest for a long period of time, aka rot. Thank you.
Great working relationship, and
I've seen people do that. I didn't know it was called candling, though. Very nice.
I just feel great through training, communication, and collaboration, and working with other agencies like the relationship we have with our local and state agencies, that we're able to stop the threat immediately, even though there were some casualties, and those we pray for the police officer's family, we pray for the deputy's family, and we definitely pray for the family of the victim. So, but we were able to stop that incident and locate the person without anyone else getting hurt or injured and bring them to justice. I'm open for a few questions, ladies and gentlemen. Some I'm pretty sure I may have answers for. Others we're still in the process of investigating, but I'll do the best that I can.
Rest well, a dangerous toy. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. Got a medical thing in the morning. Well, good luck with whatever your medical thing is. I will be traveling up to St. Louis on Thursday for something with my middle child. So, yep. Good luck with all that stuff.
It's okay. Sheriff Woodard, Barrington, CBS 17 News.
Yes, sir.
You talked about an incident that happened involving a teen recently. Can you connect the dots between that and then what happened today? And did the suspect know the victim, the female victim?
We're still in the investigative phase, but that.
So it detects cracks as well, and apparently the candling in the early days it was done with a candle. Hence, candling. Very nice. Thank you for the information. Sincerely, I appreciate information. Like, I eat that stuff up.
That's a case that's investigated by the Wilson Police Department. We do know through some investigative information that the teen, the suspect, may be familiar in some aspects with the teen who was killed a few weeks ago, and that the female who was shot was the victim is related to the actual person who did the shooting.
Today's shooting or the one that happened?
The one that happened that was charged several weeks ago.
Okay.
So it was a revenge shooting, this one, today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I need to backtrack.
Gotta break that cycle of violence, man. Don Darkstar, it happens sometimes. It does. And, I get a bit jaded at times as well. There is some light in the world, though. There is.
Yes, ma'am.
Harry Toe, informing a dangerous toy. If your medical thing is butthole surgery, it is not a painful recovery. Well, there you go. That's good to know. He seems way too happy about this question.
Follow correctly. The connection between this and the shooting of the 16-year-old is the female victim from today is related somehow.
She's related to the shooter.
Here's what I would say about being jaded too. especially with certain, populations. Sometimes all you see, it's hard not to get jaded when all you see is the negative. When all you see is the dregs of society. All you see is the slime that is on the bottom of the boot of society. But keep in mind, those individuals, the dregs, the slime on the boot of society, that's what gets the attention, because they're the loudest, they're the most offensive, they're the most annoying, they're the most negative, impactful in a negative way. So they're going to get more attention, but that's not the vast majority of any one population or of people in general. People aren't. Don't let the turds, the couple turds and the pile of roses take all your focus, is what I'm trying to say. But Entry Nomad, move away from dogs. It's not all of them, damn it. It's not. And it's not all people. I do keep telling Lady Dozer though. I hate people, right? But I really like people. Like, when I'm having my interactions with people, I like that. But people, when it gets bigger and then the herd mentality stuff happens, it's yeah. When you see the good side of life, you realize most people are retarded. But the people are retarded. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
The 16-year-old victim. Victim of several weeks ago.
I just wanted to also confirm, because just prior to us coming in here, we did see a guy in a hospital gown being led in. Is that Abdul? You went a bit fast for me, so I didn't get the full name.
Well, I apologize. His name is Abdul Kareem Mustafa. But yes, man, that would be him. Okay. Yes, sir.
Mustafa said, "Remember who you are." And then he shot a bitch.
Original shooting suspect of the 16-year-old. Can you confirm a name on that person? If not, can you say that it's Prince Terry?
I honestly don't know right off, but I do know that it will be that subject. Okay. And I apologize for not having the information.
That's okay.
Sure. There's video online circulating of potentially the moment of arrest. Could you clarify, was the suspect armed at the time? You said it was without incident. At the time of him being actually arrested, was he armed? And if not, do you know where the weapon?
We're still in that phase of the investigation. That's something that the SBI will be investigating on that part. However, we do know he was armed during the exchange of gunfire with the...
Well, no shit, he was armed at the exchange of gunfire, Sheriff. Come on, man.
2 officers.
Any idea the number of times that he shot the woman or the exchange of gunfire with police?
Right now, we at least know of 1 with the deputy sheriff, 2 police officer. We don't know all that information as of yet, other than he was struck.
What can be done about, once you go in the courthouse, you should feel safe that you go through metal detectors and your items go through there. But what does this say about the safety of the courthouse, that this happened right on the steps?
Well, we've always, with any incident, regardless of what it may be, we always look at different protocols.
I mean, what the steps, that's public space. I mean, what are you going to do? You going to put up walls, maybe? I don't know. He was armed with a moving vehicle. Maybe. What's up, Greg, Ohio? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Ensure that everything we've done is safe. There was nothing so...
It's like, where's the gun at? If they don't know where the gun's at, if he wasn't armed when they detained him, where's the damn gun at? That's not good. That's not good.
Far that we know this, however, with any incident, we're still going to look and make sure that every...
Part of the reason that bad things keep happening in society like this, Don Darkstar, is because there's not enough consequences. We are a consequence-light society. We have this restorative justice approach within criminal justice, and it is the most retarded approach to criminality you can have. Oh, wait, punishment doesn't work. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Punishment does work. You just have to be harsh enough with the punishment. This coddling of the criminal mind, it does not promote polite society. It doesn't. It clearly does not. But yet we persist.
Everything is safe for definitely our citizens and those who are doing business within the courthouse. However, with that being an isolated incident, the courthouse structure is checked. With out within hours. However, I feel as though it was possibly opportunity, and he saw that opportunity, because again, it's a public square. But we have a lot of video footage and things like that, as well as deputies, detention officers that assist to make sure that the courthouse is safe. So there's nothing that would allow us to even think that there was a safety issue within inside the courthouse or even around the courthouse, other than this person just obviously seeing the opportunity to retaliate.
Was the victim in the case, was the victim here for a court date related to the previous shooting?
Now, that is honestly, sir, a great question, but I can honestly answer that one. That's still in part of the phase of the investigation to see what was her purpose for being at the courthouse. However, with it being a public building, that I would not know at this time until I look further.
Will you look into if this was, since it's highly unusual in the middle of downtown on a Monday morning, is this, will you look at any possible gang activity, relations, or?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Let me get off the Wi-Fi. Buffering. It doesn't sound like we're going to get more information out of this anyways. I hope you guys can still see me. Am I still present? Let's bring it up. Let's bring up the channel. Bam. Yeah, I'm still moving. This ain't, though. I don't know. It might be done.
Actually say that at this time, but we are looking at all avenues to try to make that determination.
And what's your reaction to this happening in the middle of downtown like this?
Like with any incident, it's always unbelievable. But with the collaboration, the way law enforcement came in and just was able to just stop it from going any further, stop people from getting hurt any further, and going ahead and locating the subject and disengaging him from his firearm and his ideas of hurting anyone else, I really feel strongly again.
All right, well, it is going to keep buffering, so I really don't think there's much more to it. I mean, honestly, just a sad situation. You got some degradation in society that's going on right there, right outside a courthouse, possibly to do with the, she might have been going there as part of another court issue. I don't know. Sad, though. Very sad. You know what is also sad? Teasing sharks, guys. Don't tease sharks. Especially when you're a man in a glass case on top of the ocean. Don't be that guy that teases a shark, because you might make that shark angry. And, Yeah, this could have gone very badly. Let's watch with suspense.
Anyone who works with them knows the risks.
Just keep calling them out, I think it's working, Matt. I really do.
That looks like the safest place to be, honestly, in the ocean. Right there. In the little glass case with a bunch of fish swimming around you and a great white shark.
Honest for, I'd say about, 45 minutes to an hour.
That shark is much bigger than the shark that I let my daughter pet at the Cherry Grove Pier.
I think they like my feet. They like it. It's exactly what I went for.
They just want to nibble your toes.
Next thing you know, it all happened.
There's a shark here.
See 17 people watching. Smash that like button, guys. Give it a good tap-a-roo. Harry Toe coming in with a $5 Rumble rant. Turn the chat a lovely shade of yellow. It may not be gold, but it's pretty damn close, and I do love me some gold.
I love gold.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We will check that out here in a minute. We must finish the Sharky Shark. Thank you for that. That gets us to like $26 on the night. Over halfway to Fancy Hat Gold.
Give this 5 or 10 minutes. They're staying deep and they're coming up and hitting. I've already had 2 bumps now that have been pretty deliberate.
Oh, 2 bumps.
They look like they're getting a little bit more fired up.
That's another bump. It's trying to eat you.
What was that?
What was that? It's trying to eat you. It's not just testing it out. It's going to eat you. That's what it wants. This guy looks AI, probably.
Is that a shark?
Oh, it's coming out. That is not the situation you want to find yourself in when in a glass case on the ocean. Things went poorly for him. It was biting onto something, though. Was that one of those things that's like meant to make the shark angry? It was like attached to the bottom of it or something? Not the best. Not the best. You know what, though? Yeah, silence. Anyone. Silence. What you got, Harry Toe? What you got? Harry Toe, they all want to eat you. Everything wants to eat you. The question is, can you? Maybe. Maybe. Oh, we're about to get into that. Thank you for queuing that up, because we're going to use that. That's going to help us transition into the next story, Harry Toe. First, though, I have a hell of a palate cleanser for you guys. Not that. I'm going to hide it. Hide it till we get to it. We have a palate cleanser to end all palate cleansers. It is a puppy awaiting his little girl. It's a dachshund. They were bred to hunt badgers. And now they bite ankles. His legs.
Should have stayed. Were the signs I ignored? Can I help?
Look at that. That's a palate cleanser. Wiener dogs are pretty awesome. I have a Chiweenie. It is a Chihuahua Wiener dog mix. There's a little bit of Yorkie in there too, but you know, that's good stuff. That's good energy right there. Very good energy. It's a good thing. All right. Let's go ahead and get into this next topic, guys. You know, like I said earlier in the stream, elder abuse in the buffalo population in this country is a serious problem. And it honestly should stop. And we need more people to speak out against the violence that these bison enact upon our elderly population. Maybe, though, the buffalo could be used strategically if we send them to D.C., metaphorically, to take care of some things. Just romping about, romping about, having a good time. They just want to see how the legislative process works. That's all these bison want. That's all they want. No evidence would dare make you think the the opposite. Graphic content. Oh, let's get graphic. This is an angry buffalo. It's chasing an old man. He's running. And he gone. And he gone. Yeet. Nope. Thought he was. Gone. I can fly. I believe I can fly. What happened? Oh no. My leg. I am actually a decent person once you get to know me, guys. I am. He was looking like he was about to get after him. And here's what started it. He wasn't even bad. He was just taking a picture. And then the tail. That tail starts, you're in trouble. What do? Do you go up a tree? I'm fairly sure that thing could take that tree down, especially at that speed. But that would be a good tree to climb. Right here, I would be up that tree. I would definitely be up that tree. But I would also have my kids with me. So what am I going to do? Am I going to run without am I going to try to get all three of my kids with me up the tree? Not happening. I don't know what I'd do. Vehicles everywhere. Run into one. I mean, there is that. And honestly, this old feller was quite spry. Quite spry indeed. Run, Santa, run. He made it a full revolution around. He probably should have just kept running. Because that tree, he was mad at that tree. He could have run to that truck. You're right. There's, yep, no. And, go. Grandpa, go. No. Grandpa is no more. Actually, Grandpa is okay. And actually, Grandpa, a.k.a. Yellowstone Santa Claus, is a tough son of a gun. He is. He said my leg hurts a little bit, but I'm all right. Like, what? All right. They don't make them like that anymore. They really don't. Vehicles. You can also have a gun in Yellowstone. Bet that hurt. Yes, I bet it did hurt. We have an article. In the video. I think was in the article too, but I don't think it was as good. Actually, it's New York Post, and this is from the New York Post. That was from the New York Post YouTube channel. Grandfather ID'd as Yellowstone visitor flung into the air by bison as extent of his injuries are revealed. This is by Chris Nessie, like the Loch Ness Monster Nessie. The Yellowstone National Park tourist tossed into the air like a ragdoll by a marauding bull bison has been identified as a community-minded grandfather who immediately cracked jokes about his painful, now viral ordeal. At least he's got a good sense of humor about it. Carl Isom McDaniel, oh God, Isom, suffered multiple broken bones in the frightening encounter with encounter with the beast Friday night at the Bridge Bay campground near Yellowstone Lake in the southeast quadrant of the park where he was traveling with his grandson. I am so glad that his grandson was not in his arms. That would have been absolutely horrific. Thank God he did not have his grandson with him. Or if maybe the other person that was walking with him did. I don't know. Testosterone-fueled bull bison in Yellowstone National Park. But he made light of the attack, even as he waited for a park ambulance to arrive, according to the professional photographer who captured the now wildly viral moment. That's one of those ones you don't really want to go viral for. He was in a lot of pain with his leg, and otherwise he was conscious the whole time. In good spirits, joking. Photographer Mike McLeod told the New York Times, McDaniel is a retiree in his mid-60s who was visiting the park from Kendall, Washington, where he is known for serving on several boards, including the Water and Parks Commissions, and is the chairman of a local community newsletter. Well, good for him. Check him out. Stupid should be painful. I mean, he wasn't doing anything out of line, though. He was just walking. He took a picture. Maybe he should have asked for permission to take the picture. Maybe that buffalo thought he was stealing his soul. Maybe he thought that. I don't know. He was walking with somebody. Thankfully, it wasn't Neither he nor his grandson did anything to provoke the animal and were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time, according to the photographer who is based in Bozeman, Montana. Before the bison's viral encounter with McDaniel, the animal, likely hopped up on testosterone as mating season begins, had already menaced several groups of visitors, including a small group of teenage boys who quickly scattered when the bison charged. The shutterbug told the Times. After scaring off the teens, the bison took a moment to rest in the dirt near a picnic table just off a campground road that was still covered in dinner leftovers. What's up, CW? Good to see you. Can't a guy just die anymore? Everything's shrouded in conspiracy. No. This guy's much cooler. He wasn't going up to it and taking a pic. He was staying back. Now, if he'd have been walking right up to it, yeah, that'd been bad. There it was, right before. Okay, so that is his grandson that they're talking about, not the little bitty one. Or maybe that was him before. This is an older picture, I'm guessing. Man. When he got up, McLeod told the outlet it was kicking like a rodeo horse who's clearly very agitated. It was at that inopportune time that a pickup truck drove by, and McDaniel and his grandson stopped to take pictures of the bison, having no idea he was in an irritated state. The bison stopped rolling in the dust and kind of sat up. He was looking in the direction of those two, McLeod said. And as soon as they stopped taking pictures, the bison stands up and the grandfather's like, "Let's get out of here. I don't like this." And there is the picture of the year that will live on in infamy. Honestly. It is a learning experience. The buffalo wanted to fucking was jealous of him during mating. You know, he was probably jealous of that beard. He was threatened. He felt threatened by the beard. Oh, I know, CW. I know you were talking about Graham. He died of a heart attack. What it was. Another pickup truck drove by at that moment, which appeared to briefly capture the attention of the bison. However, once the vehicle was out of sight, the massive creature turned his attention to McDaniel and his grandson, chasing them around a copse? I've never seen that word of pine trees. I would say a gathering of pine trees. What is a copse? What the new word? Every day is a learning day. I have found a new word. Copse is a small thicket of bushes, shrubs, or small trees. Interchangeably used with grove. Well, there we go. Somebody broke out a thesaurus for that one. Good job. Good job, author of this article. I forgot your name already. A copse. This old guy did not die. No, he lived. He's the man, the old man, the grandpa who lived. The buffalo man. No, he didn't. Not that I'm aware of. He was just had a few broken bones. The grandson was able to escape using some fancy footwork, but McDaniel was a sitting duck as the bison charged at him. You know what? That is actually unfair to this man. This old feller was quick on his feet. He made it 2 full revolutions around the copse, or cops, however you pronounce that. Yeah. Buffalo are assholes. The truck was blasting gangster rap. Oh, no. That's what made him mad. They were supported by USAID. That's what it was. And the buffalo was angry about it and took it out on Grandpa with the suspenders. But they say he was a sitting duck as the bison charged at him, looking him with his left horn near his hip before flipping him some 8 feet into the air. McLeod, who was watching in horror from a distance, said he could tell the bison was really, really angry, but no fucking shit. No shit, he was really, really angry. Did you see him charging the old man and chasing him around the copse, the grove of trees? Did you see him toss the old man into the freaking air and then do the thing where they're thumping his head up and down? Yeah. I would say that freaking bull buffalo was pretty damn agitated. You could tell. Oh, yeah, all the signs were there. I mean, really, it takes an expert eye, but I'm fairly sure I could deduce that this buffalo was angry. Come on. Of course. It'll make a great Steve Inman featuring the ludicrous. Yes. Move, bitch. Get out the way. It'll be move, bitch. And yeah, that Steve Inman does great work. That's great. A group of certain... Good Lord. It happens. It happens, CW. There was a... Give me a second. I'm going to tell a story here in a second after that. You've inspired a story time. CW. McLeod, who was... his head rearing up and down in an aggressive manner, yes. It was at that moment he decided to intervene. I put my camera down and I ran at the bison, pumping my arms up and down, yelling at the top of my lungs and jumping and trying to look big and distracting, he said. Other park visitors followed suit, which the photographer believes eventually convinced the bison to flee the scene. Fellow tourists stayed by McDaniel's side while they waited for a park ambulance to transport him to a hospital for treatment, which arrived about 10 minutes later. It's 10 minutes too long. Should have been right there. Park regulations require visitors to keep their distance from bison, giving them at least 75 feet of breathing room, particularly during mating season, which coincides with the height of Yellowstone's tourist season. Well, that's just dramatic. McLeod said every visitor he observed in the park, including the McDaniel and his grandson, were keeping... God, I gotta stop that. A respectful distance from the animal, and had done nothing to provoke it to charge. Nope, not at all. I'm glad he's okay. I'm glad McDaniel is not dead. What's up, Castro? Good to see you. It says AI writer. Maybe. Dude was stupid. I would have either climbed a tree or jumped into a car. You know, the bull was playing catch. Yes. But yeah, he's alive. He's not dead, which is good. Lindsey Graham is dead. But, is what it is. That was, yeah. That could have been way worse. Honestly, it could have been a lot sadder of a story. So thankfully it wasn't. But CW, you inspired a story time for me. So today I was driving down the road, not too far from my house, and I had my radio off and I had my earbud, sitting on my cup like so, because that's where I put my earbud. It's a good way to lose an earbud, but it's going to happen at some point probably. And I had my earbud out, had my phone on, nothing was playing on my phone. And I heard very, very loud Spanish music. Like, not mariachi music, but like Spanish rap, I guess. And I was kind of confused because I was like, this isn't coming from my car. I mean, I'm short and dark, but it wasn't coming from my car. And I'm like, this loud Spanish music, where could it be coming from? So I rolled my window down and I figured out that it must have been the vehicle in front of me. And I definitely figured out it was the vehicle in front of me when I saw that it was a fellow of a Latin influence. What is up? We got a raid from the Quiet Part Pod right as it's story time, talking about my experience with loud music from minorities. Good to see ya, Relaxia McGroin. Good to see ya, Rachel MT. Thank you. Thank you, Jay Henry, for commenting in the chat. Guys, we are just a few chatters away from hitting our metric this month here in the Dozer Den. Guys, if you are new to the channel, hi there. Welcome to the Dozer Den. I'm Bill Dozer. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 p.m. Central. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, we do about 3 to 4 news topics. Palette cleanser sprinkle about. Saturday streams, it's a hangout stream, a decompress stream, a chill stream. For all the amazing killdozers here in the Dozer Den, we might have 1 or 2 official topics, but for the most part, we take music video requests for the Dozer Den DJ Hour, where you can rock out with your cock out, jam out with your clam out. Those are the only 2 options. If you're intersex, I ask that you please, for the love of God, just pick a fucking lane, okay? Look at the sign right there. Sign says it, the Dozer Den. Pick a fucking lane, okay? There's only 2 lanes. Just pick one. It's a good thing. If you haven't hit that follow button, smash the follow button. If you haven't reposted the stream, smash that repost. Good evening, sir. I got them all riled up, getting them riled up and ready to go. You love to see it. The Quiet Part Pod. Thank you guys so much for that. Guys, if you haven't followed the Quiet Part Pod yet, give them a follow. Worth a follow, worth your viewership. Thank you so much for the support, man. Appreciate the heck out of that. What's up, Yankin Ugroin? Very, very nice. Relaxium McGroin currently still subbed with a slap of that peach. Every now and then you gotta slap that peach, and sometimes you make them count just to drive the point home. Guys, that's one of the emotes that you will get if you subscribe to this channel or if you're gifted a sub. That's right, you can hit the red present box and you can shower the chat with your love. Or spray the chat with your love. Whatever verb you want to use, I'm not going to judge you. We talk about stuff and things here in the Dozer Den. Stuff and things. Enunciation. It's very, very important. We are over halfway to Fancy Hat goal. Any stream that we do here in the Dozer Den, if we hit $50 worth of donations, I will put on a fancy, fancy hat. I have many hats to choose from. If we hit $75 worth of donations, I'll put on the shades. That's right. And I will give you a mean Macho Man Randy Savage impression with these. Harry Joe says, I rock on with a hard on. Bill is a liar. You can do what you want. Harry Toe's a rebel. He's a. If we hit $100 worth of donations, I might put a hat atop a hat, or I have a Bucky the Beaver outfit over there. Okay, and I'll put it on. I promise I will. It's happened before. Keeps me nice and toasty. One Saturday stream, I went to bed in the Bucky the Beaver outfit. I didn't have to put a blanket on. My toes got a little chilly, but that Bucky the Beaver onesie was a result of my first trip to Bucky's in Southwest Missouri. I think it was Springfield, and it happens. usually only on Saturdays, but if it happened on a weekday, I don't make the rules. Okay, maybe I do. Whose show is this, anyways? It's your guys' show. That's what it is. Do I have a Trump hat? I have a hat from the Trump rally that was in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, back in 2019. USA 45. I do have a Trump hat and the American flag. I forgot about this hat. Thank you very much for that. Was that Jay Henry? Thank you. You reminded me. This hat was ready. It was over here on deck, just in case somebody asked about it. Boom. USA 45. I need to have Lady Dozer stitch 47 beside it or something like that. I bet you she could do it. Bill should do an ICP style tier. Interesting. Well, there we go. Bill, next time you're watching Dean's stream, mention his bearded clam. Oh, I'll mention it. I'll mention it hard. Trump has his own hat. Oh, did you see Bobble Trump has a foil hat? So I have one of the hats that's been around since the beginning of the live stream. The foil hat, aka the aluminipple, because when you put it sideways, that is very, very important. And Bobble Trump is matching with his aluminipple. It needs to be formed to his head better, though. I might need to get him a new one. The cats got up here and they knocked things down. It was bad. Very bad. But thank you guys so much for saying hi in the live chat. If you're lurking in the live chat, I do love my lurkers. But if you could kindly say something in the chat. Play with some of the emotes, guys. We have a bunch of them. There are free ones and ones for the subscribers. Yes. Yes, indeed. Aluminum tits. Potar Jr., good to see ya. The nipple will get flagged on YouTube. I don't care. We are on YouTube. We're on pilled.net. We're on thedozerden.locals.com. Free to follow. To participate in that live chat, one of the most free speech live chats on the interwebs. You do have to pay $5 a month or $50 for the year. That's right. You can pay for the year, get 2 months free. Bam. Bam. Look at that. Look at the emotes. Yes. Yes, indeed. That's a hot dog on a hand. And Patrick disapproves of the hot dog on a hand. Shocked Pikachu. There you go. See? Look at that. Look at that. I do it for you. I do it for you. The peeper. What's the hat does Amish wear? Bet you don't have one of them. You know what? I have a Patriot hat. Nah. It is a faux tricorn hat with a turkey feather in it from the farm. And not the farm I grew up on, but the farm across the hill the farm across the hill from the farm that I grew up on. And I guess part of it, I grew up over there fishing and stuff like that. But yeah, YouTube doesn't care unless you aren't a commie. Wait. Does YouTube think I'm a commie? I must rectify this situation. All right. But thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out here in the Dozer Den. Mix it up. The kill dozers, they won't bite you unless you ask nicely. The Amish hat is just odd. It's a hat. You know what? I have a hat that's kind of close to an Amish hat, I guess. That's my Patriot hat, a.k.a. macaroni, because when you put a feather in your cap, you call it macaroni. I have this hat. Nobody asks for this hat, though. It's more like a Michael Jackson hat? I don't know. It's got a buckle on the side. No one asks for that hat. And honestly, that hat kind of sucks. But it stays over there to the side. Kill Goatser. Oh. I have one of my coworkers decided to take one of my Facebook photos and has me riding a goat while eating a waffle for some reason, and I animated it. Am I going to show it to you guys here in a second? Yes. Yes, I am. Give me a minute. So I texted Sean from Third Railify and Gina. I messaged them this thing. You said kill Goatser. Well, now you got it. Now you guys have to deal with this. Okay? State Highway Patrol hat. Nice. Just go quicker. Why is this so slow? X, get your stuff together. Goodness gracious. All right. Oh, don't you give me a failed to load. Don't you do that. You said kill Goatser. And so at the start of this, let me show you. Let me show you. You guys you might like this. I shared it with them because they do this thing when they shout out their reposts and their comments. They do the goated thing. That's not my thing, so I'm not going to try to steal that. But I figured I would share that with them. And this is the image that my coworker. They use ChatGPT, not Grok, but I used Grok to animate this. This is me. Says, not today. There's a UFO thing in the background. I want to believe. Good touch. She knows me. Breakfast is a lifestyle. Not sure why breakfast is the focus of this, but I am riding a goat. There are crunch berries off to the side. Chickens for some reason, because why not? You need chickens. Oh, yes, Harry Toe. Yes, you did hear right. I am on a goat with sunglasses, by the way, and a disco ball. So this is art. Okay, this is what AI should be used for. And then I used Grok. That is a disco ball. That is a disco ball. This is I animated it with Grok. Oh, it's quiet. It's quiet. Let's hear the weird AI voice.
Breakfast is a lifestyle. Yeah, goat, let's get crunching. Milk party time. This is the best breakfast ever. Breakfast is a lifestyle. Yeah, goat, let's get crunching. Milk party time. This is the best breakfast ever.
Why? Why did this happen? And I'm wearing cheeseburger pajama pants. Why do the cheeseburgers don't fit? The cheeseburgers don't fit into this. But they're there. I am going to have to save that in my media. Waffle meat eats your heart out. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was nonsense. You're welcome. I shared that with Sean, and he's like, I'm going to animate that. And I'm like, go for it. And it was too long, and I decided to animate it myself. I wonder what his looks like. I'm curious. Maybe they're breakfast. They could be breakfast sandwiches. That's a good point. Those are sausage sandwiches. Okay, you guys made it better. You guys made it make sense. Yes, those were breakfast sandwiches, and I'm incorrect. It was barfing up crunch berries because there were crunch berries to the side. It is a magical goat, okay? A magical goat that provides more crunch berries for your cereal because you want more of the crunch berries. You want just the crunch berries. Do you really want those little yellow pieces that cut the roof of your mouth? No, you don't. No, you don't. You want the berries, okay? You're all about the berries. Yes. McGriddles. I'll take it. CW, make one with the Phantasm Silver Orb. Because cheeseburgers must be high. Maybe. They eat sticker brushes. They do eat sticker brushes. Goats are cool. Let me see what else I got here for you guys. Guys, fatigue is real.
What you said. Who are you talking?
Okay, fatigue is real. And God bless this Jersey Mike's employee in Baltimore, David. He's receiving mass praise after refusing to take abuse from a black woman demanding free food for her birthday. I want a free birthday meal. He says, fuck your birthday. Good job, David. David got the little snarl. David is no time. He has no patience for this lady's nonsense. The fatigue is real. It is palpable. Let's take a listen to Culture.
said what you said. Who are you talking to?
You recording now?
Yeah, who you talking to? Yeah, I bet you won't say nothing now.
My name is David.
Yeah, what you say? Get the fuck out, right?
Mm-hmm. Please
Yeah,
and thank you.
that's what you
Why?
said, right?
Why?
No,
Oh,
don't try to be
why?
nice.
Oh,
You
why?
said get the fuck out,
Oh, why?
right? You said get the fuck out, right? Say it now. Say get the fuck out. Okay.
Get the fuck out. Snort. Look at that. Look at that. Thug life. Somebody needs to thug life this. The shades should come down upon his eyes. The joint in the mouth. Thug life. Get the fuck out. David's tired. He's done. He is so done with it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Please
okay.
and thank you.
Jersey
Please
Mike.
and thank you. Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Broke ass is couldn't afford $10. Fuck on.
Cause
He said broke ass.
it's my birthday and I asked for a birthday.
It's your birthday.
Okay.
Fuck on.
Yeah, okay.
He said, fuck your birthday.
Watch you lose your job.
Look, your man standing at the door. Come on.
Right, not saying anything to you. And watch you lose your job, David. Broke asses on my birthday. This is how I get treated on my birthday at Jersey Mike.
Yeah, fuck your birthday.
Okay, thank you.
Get this man a raise. This is how it should be done. This is how it should be done. Should have given her a kid's meal with no toy. Saying that would have been, honestly, that might have been more impactful.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Keep going. And you're going to have a whole lawsuit. You got the right one to play with.
Oh, really, really, honey, Shaquisha, can you afford an attorney? Are you going to get a good attorney are you going to get Ben Crump? Is Ben Crump going to protect your civil rights in this instance? This is minority on minority violence, by the way. David had no patience for this nonsense.
Y'all better have the money for it.
You don't need no money. Yeah. Mm-hmm. A whole lot.
He's still working too. God bless David. He's getting it. He has no patience for it. He's done. He's fed up. Ain't having none of this. And then he's saying, "What? You're just a wilted lettuce in it."
Thank you.
Go enjoy your sandwich. Fuck on my face. What should I get again?
You should know what we ordered.
I don't remember faces. My bad.
You don't remember faces?
What kind of sandwich you get?
You don't. Where's your manager?
Right here.
Where's your manager?
He said, "Bitch, I am the manager." What now? I swear, if they fire this man, I will riot. I will riot.
Okay, so you're the manager. So
in spirit.
Yeah,
I have a family. I can't go riot.
Corporate will be called.
Corporate will be called.
Okay,
I
that's
already
fine.
called him, so you want to get on the phone with him?
Yeah, you can give me the number. Give us that receipt, please.
Just listen to your man, bro.
Give us our receipt, please. You very lucky. Let me just tell you that. Very lucky.
Very lucky.
Very lucky.
Very.
Very.
Not very. Very. He's very lucky.
Very. You're not going to do anything. Yeah, before you really what? Before you really what? Okay, thank you. You don't have to be sorry. It's fine.
I hope we all have increased our level of culture with that. God bless David. They better not fire. They better not fire that man. If they fire that man, I'm going to be upset. I'll write a letter. I will write a letter. I'm going to go to the comments here. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, sharing the screen again. I asked for a birthday meal on my birthday. Whew. Oh buddy. Oh buddy. That's good stuff. That's beautiful. Nick Sortor, this guy has had more than enough of the ghetto bullshit. Good on him for not tolerating it. Give him a raise. Quarterback Garrett, employee of the month. Can we start a GoFundMe for David? Say, I never eat Jersey Mike. This week I will. Jack Salmon, you stop simping. Stop it. Oh, he got 134,000 interactions, though. Good for him. Birthdays don't exist. Spell it for me. Just like me. Ooh, shoot. Ah, yes. What is this? This is the creator of the Boondocks, isn't he? Yeah. Aaron McGruder, political cartoonist. He, I'm fairly sure he made. Didn't he animate the Boondocks?
I really want you guys to understand that time is running out. And a lot of black people say that, but for real. Part of why the civil rights movement has been so successful, and part of why those who have come after in terms of our leadership have been able to maintain a presence, is that black people have always had a certain amount of moral currency that we have been using. And let me be the first to tell you, that's used up. White America has been watching us act like fools for a long enough time where any sympathy they may have had to our plight is completely gone. You're approaching a country that, forget hating black people or not hating black people, they just don't care. You can be talking about affirmative action, they can be like, I don't care. It literally is of no importance to me. I don't care about slavery. I don't care about segregation. I don't care about you. I don't care how many of you all go to jail. I don't care at all, because I'm broke. You can't be the proud, noble fighter when every single time someone sees a person that looks like you on television, they're acting like a damn fool. How would they know? How would they know you're not a damn fool? They're gonna talk to you? Yeah, right.
I mean, he's a. Yep. Well said. Well said. Aaron McGruder. Very young then. This is the star. Yeah. Start something. Not good. Not good at all. You know what else is not good, guys? You know what else is not good? Trying to run over ICE agents with your vehicle. Don't do that. There's been another ICE shooting. And no, we're not talking about a block of ice. I don't know why I shared that. We're not talking about a block of ice. We're talking about ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement. They had to put somebody down. They weren't even there for that guy. But apparently, he was also an illegal. They have the lowest crime, though. Guys, illegal aliens, they have the lowest percentage of crime in the country. They're the most well-behaved good boys. They're the most well-behaved good boys. Yes. Guys, I see 34 people watching this episode of the Dozer Den. If you haven't yet smashed the like button yet, go ahead and smash it. If you haven't reposted, smash that repost button. I see 23 likes. Very, very nice. Including myself, because if you're not liking your own stuff, what are you really doing? Excuse me. Let me check really quick on the repost, because I do like to shout you guys out. Jay Henry with a comment. The Quiet Part Pod with a repost. Rach, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Rachel? I'm assuming it's supposed to be Rachel, maybe? Rachel MT. Started following the channel. Thank you for the follow. Jay Henry with a follow. Thank you guys so much for that. Appreciate the heck out of that, and appreciate the heck out of that raid, the Quiet Part Pod. Absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. That does help the channel grow, guys. It definitely does. Let's get into this next story, though. ICE had to take somebody out. It happens. We have an article from CBS News. Rach, got you. Thanks, Rach. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for following. Thanks for being a part of the Dozer Den. Let's get into this article here. A man fatally shot by ICE in Maine was not intended target of the warrant, lawmakers say. By Alex Sunby, Lilia Luciano, and Jason Allen. Well, Jason Allen sounds like he might be unbiased in this. An Immigration and Customs Enforcement agent in Maine fatally shot up. I'm not sharing my fucking screen there. There we go. There we go. Took me a sec. I boomered. Guys, I boomered hard. An Immigration and Customs Enforcement agent in Maine fatally shot a man in his car on Monday. The Department of Homeland Security said, marking the second time in a week that ICE officers had used deadly force in the U.S. Well, maybe you should stop trying to tell people they're Gestapo. They're not. Could they have done things a little bit differently? Sure. DHS alleged the man who was in the country illegally had attempted to flee the scene when ICE tried to stop him at around 7 a.m. Eastern in Biddeford, Maine. And fearing for public safety, an officer discharged his weapon. He later died from his injuries. DHS said ICE agents encountered the man while conducting targeted surveillance on the last known address of an illegal alien with a final order of removal. Maine Senator... I'll pause this in case it's something that we can actually watch. I don't think it is. Oh, yeah. Third strikes in Iran. Third night of strikes in Iran. Cool. Maine Senator Angus King was briefed on the shooting by DHS Secretary Mark Wayne Mullen and told reporters in Portland the deceased man had been given a final order of removal. Mullen told King later Monday that the man was not the intended target of an arrest warrant. King's office told CBS News. When speaking earlier with reporters, King initially said the man was the target of a warrant based on immigration status. So he wasn't even the target, but he was illegal. Interesting. Rep. Shelley Pingree of Maine said in an interview with CBS News that she had heard on good authority that it's, though it's not been confirmed by DHS, that they perhaps shot the wrong person, that it was not the person they were going after. She called the shooting very disturbing, and she is pressing DHS for more information. An immigration rights group said the man killed in the shooting was Colombian. He was in a vehicle, pulling out in a vehicle, and the term the secretary used was weaponized the vehicle. He was trying to kill ICE agents with his fucking car. Let's call it what it is. How about you pieces of garbage in the media actually call this what it is? Call it a targeted attack. How about instead of saying, oh, a vehicle, a red SUV charged through a Christmas parade, how about we actually call it what it fucking is and stop being pussies about it? These are violent criminal assholes trying to kill people with their cars. They get in the car and they try to kill the ICE agents. They get in their car and they try to kill nice, good, wholesome people at a Christmas parade. They get in vehicles and they drive it into buildings to explode the building because Allah told them to do so. Let's stop being wusses about it. Let's actually call it what it is. Oh, weaponized a vehicle. Tried to kill people with his car. Stop it. Tired of this crap. Gotta freaking paint it with... But you gotta make the rosiest picture possible. Just be blunt. Just be facts. Facts, right? Just use the facts. That's all you gotta do. An immigrant rights group said the man killed in the shooting was Colombian. Okay, we already read that. He was shot by an ICE agent. What I said to the secretary was, we want a full, transparent, and open investigation on this matter. Even if you get that, even if you have all the video evidence that shows what was done wrong by the individual, you're not going to care. You're not going to care because they have to be the victim all the time. The agents involved in the shooting weren't wearing body cam, King said, which said concerned him. Yeah, they should really... Body cams have only helped the authorities in these instances usually. I mean, sometimes, the other person recording doesn't help the authority. But if the body cams are being used, it usually is a good thing for the person behind the camera. Senator Susan Collins of Maine, Republican, said on social media she was told that the Department of Homeland Security's Inspector General will take the lead on investigating the shooting with help from the FBI. Apparently, people are rioting about this one. The state's Attorney General office, which also is also investigating the shooting, said in a statement that the man attempted to flee in a vehicle in the direction of an officer with ICE's Enforcement and Removal Operations Directorate, according to the initial statements collected by investigators. The officer who opened fire will be placed on leave, according to the Attorney General's office, pending an investigation, which is standard procedure. So, a video show a car circling a man pulled from vehicle. The Maine Immigrants' Rights Coalition identified the person who was shot as 26-year-old Colombian man who was authorized to work. Oh, at least is he not a Maryland man? He's a Colombian man? Huh. He was authorized to work in the U.S. and had been issued a Social Security number. What? What? So he wasn't a citizen, but he was given a social? That makes us... Why are we doing that? That's ridiculous. A neighbor, Nelson Elias, told reporters that the man was married with a young daughter who's about 2 or 3 years old. Well, maybe you shouldn't have drove your car at officers. You wanted to be there for your kid? Maybe you shouldn't have done that. Faffo, buddy. A neighbor, so a video of the incident taken from the nearby security camera and obtained exclusively by CBS News appeared to show the vehicle slowly driving in a circle a few times before coming to a stop. At least two people then approached the car and appeared to pull a person from the driver's seat out onto the ground. Corey Pullen, who owns a pawn shop and laundromat across the street, said he believes the vehicle was rolling because the driver had already been shot. He said he considers it a community tragedy. If somebody's a different race and wants to do laundry, I don't want them to be worried that that they have to worry about, cry harder for me, buddy. Have to worry about ICE coming in and doing what they do, Pullen said. Well, if they're illegal, they should always have to worry about it. I don't care where you are. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you're one of the most well-behaved members of your community. If you're illegal, I don't give a damn. You could be doing laundry. You could be going to Walmart. You could be going to the doctor. I don't care. Round them all up and send them the fuck back. I don't care if it's a criminal or not. You're here illegally. That is by definition criminal behavior. Go away. Get them out. But no, now we're back to, actually, we're just going after the violent criminals. We're going to leave the hospitality workers, the agricultural workers. You get to stay. We need you. Americans, they aren't going to do that dirty, dirty work, which is bullshit. I hate that argument. I hate it from the left. I hate it from the right. I worked in an orchard, my first job, my first paying job, paycheck job, $5.15 an hour, working in an orchard. There are plenty of Americans that will do this work. Stop saying that there aren't. There are a lot of poor white people, poor white Appalachians that don't have work because of the system that the elites, the establishment, on both the right and the left, perpetuate. It's got to stop at some point. And we need to go after the companies that are hiring them. How about that? How about go after the companies that are hiring these illegals, that are bringing them in, that are, if there wasn't a demand for it, they wouldn't be coming. Do something about them, too. I want all the people that are breaking the law to be taken care of. Let's see. Oh, they popped him good. Yeah, that was effective shots. A photo from the Portland Press Herald shows a car behind police tape with 4 bullet holes in the windshield on the driver's side. At least 3 of those hit their mark. Oh man, there's another one down there. Yeah, there's one up there. That was a miss. A little bit scattered with the pattern there. The Press Herald also posted a video of the incident from another angle. Ooh, we're going to watch that. The video, which was recorded from a nearby vehicle, shows 2 people approaching the car while it's moving, and one person appears to grab onto the driver's side door handle before the video ends. The question is, what did he do with his vehicle? King told reporters. Were officers threatened? Were the threats rising to the level that justified deadly force? If a vehicle is moving towards you, yes, that deadly force is authorized. You might not be able to get out of the way in time. The one up in Michigan or wherever it was, that guy got clipped by the vehicle before he was able to get out the way. There was ice on the ground. Let's see. That's what this investigation's all about, and I certainly intend to stay after it to do everything I can to be sure the investigation is as transparent and thorough as possible. Well, good. That's a good thing. Investigate away. M. Akerley, who lives near where the shooting happened, told WMTW TV she initially thought she heard a car backfiring and went to her window when the sound continued. I see a small white car being corralled by 2 men trying to stop it from losing control around the intersection, and all of a sudden, all these plainclothes vested men sort of running down the street, abandoning their cars kind of everywhere with regular people behind them, she said. She said she didn't see the man who was shot. I don't know what he did, but he didn't deserve to be executed in the street. You don't know that, Akerley. I didn't hear anything until the gunshots. Well, no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Damn. You thought he heard he had a child in the car? I'm not seeing that here. Why? Like to. Yeah. Am I glad somebody's dead? No. I'm not. But you do stupid things and you're going to get some stupid results. Project Relief Maine, an immigrant advocacy group, said in a statement on social media that the person who was killed was one of their community members. We are in contact with the family and are committed to supporting them during this unimaginable time. The group said, this was a young person whose life was cut short and our community must come together to stand with their loved ones and ensure they are not alone. They must get justice. Maine Governor Janet Mills said she was briefed on the shooting. I know that situations like these are alarming and frightening, she said in a statement. The Maine police, state police, was at the scene after the shooting, working with the state attorney general's office, the state office of chief medical examiner, and federal officials, Mills said. State House Speaker Ryan Fecto had said on Facebook that the State Department of Public Safety was also at the scene gathering details. The Biddeford Police Department said in a statement that it responded to the incident involving ICE personnel at the intersection of Pull and Hill Streets and was providing security at the scene. The department directed inquiries about the incident to ICE. Maine shooting comes after a deadly incident in Houston. The shooting comes after an ICE officer shot and killed a Mexican man in his work van last week in Houston. In that incident, security camera footage obtained by CBS affiliate KHOU TV shows ICE officers in unmarked vehicles followed Lorenzo Salgado Araujo after he picked up coworkers for a construction job. Of course. The Department of Homeland Security said officers thought one of the men resembled someone they were looking for, and that Araujo attempted to run over an officer who fired in self-defense. An attorney for the two men in the vehicle van said the ICE officer fired into the vehicle through a window on the passenger side. Lorenzo had already parked the van. The ICE agent reaches in, fires a shot directly in front of Victor's face, strikes Lorenzo on the side. Attorney Hugo Balderas Ibarra said in an Instagram video, I kind of doubt that. I mean, cops aren't 100% all the time, but, you know. Well, thanks for being here, Harry Toe. Rest well, good sir. Thanks for the support. The ICE officers involved in the shooting weren't wearing body cams and didn't have dashboard cameras in their vehicles. The FBI is investigating the shooting. So, I mean, if they're found to have done something wrong, absolutely prosecute. I mean, I will say I'm not a bootlicker. I understand that there are officers that abuse their power, but most of the time, especially in these incidents, usually they're just doing what they're supposed to be doing. Usually. Sometimes not. Could happen. But, yeah. I don't know. All right. Oh, yeah. Here's from Fox News. Apparently, there were riots breaking out, according to libs of TikTok, after the ICE shooting. Give me a second here. This was earlier in the day. Let's see the state of this riot. Let's see if it's as riotous as Shia Ratchik says. What? Singland, are you having a stroke?
17 minutes past the hour right now. Anti-ICE protests outside the office of Senator Susan Collins after a deadly shooting in Maine involving an ICE agent. This is Bedford, where the shooting happened about 25 minutes south of Portland. Our correspondent Alexis McAdams is reporting.
That one in the pink, it looks like the meth is strong with her.
Live here in New York City. She's got the latest details on what is happening there. Alexis?
Hey, Sandra. So as you can see here on your screen, this is a live look at what's going on in Maine. We know federal agents are trying to piece together everything that happened as witnesses tell local.
No, okay. You say ACANBBMA. All cops are not bastards, but many are. There's a
media that
percentage.
ICE agents surrounded a car and repeatedly
Biddeford
ordered the driver to get out. Then seconds later, we're told they heard gunshots, and it was also captured on surveillance video. Listen to this.
Yeah, the cats
blocked off in Biddeford.
The cats gave each other a look. Did you see that? Is this AI? The cats knew what's up. They looked at each other like, snap. Here we go again.
Off in Biddeford, Maine, if we want to pull that video up, after the ICE-involved shooting earlier this morning. We are told that the FBI and Maine State Police are working the case right now, and the feds have not yet said who was killed. So we're trying to figure that out. And basically, for people watching, wondering what's going on, there's more unanswered questions than we know, and we don't know what led up to the shooting. But hundreds of protesters, this to me would be the main story, they are gathering now near the scene of the shooting. They're holding signs and they're demanding answers, including this woman.
What's up, Catman?
I'm disgusted. This is horrible. I mean, it's the citizens of this country are literally being gunned down in the street for doing nothing, for the color of their skin.
No, that's not what's happening, you idiot. Also, take a shower and stop dyeing your hair. You've ruined the quality of your hair. It looks rough. It looks like it needs nutrients. Stop dyeing your hair. Stop bleaching it.
And ICE operations have been ongoing in the state of Maine. Back in January, Griff Jenkins went out with some of those ICE agents, Sandra, who were part of what they called Operation Fresh Catch, rather. They were looking for migrants in the country illegally accused of committing crimes.
Wait, is Catmandu just another username for CW?
Again, for this situation, we aren't sure exactly what happened, but the
tell.
shooting and protests come as Maine Democrats are scrambling to replace Graham
Scramble
Plattner
harder.
in the upcoming Senate race. Many Maine voters had
Relaxing,
told me
we're
when I
going
was
with
out there, Sandra, that they're anti-ICE
Slap
and
that
they say
peach.
immigration enforcement is their top issue in the race. Just the other day when Plattner dropped out, his last words were F ICE. So it's something that we'll continue to watch as they head to Susan Collins' office.
All right, Alexis McAdams on that for us. Thank you very much.
There you go. Lotar Jr. with a triple slap of that peach. I wonder if this has anything. Yeah, no video there. Oh, damn. Here's this guy.
To all the idiots out there marching against ICE right now in Maine, and to all the idiots out there in Houston upset about ICE, and to all the idiots out there in Minneapolis and across the country upset about these people getting shot after they tried to run ICE over with their vehicles, screw you. God bless ICE. If you're here illegally, you don't have a right to be here. Either go home, or if ICE comes to get you, put your hands behind your back, get in the car, and get on the plane. If you try to run ICE over with your vehicle, ICE has a right to shoot you. It's pretty simple. And to the idiots out there trying to...
You might not like it, but he's right. Do I want people hurt? No. But also, you're going to find out when you do stupid... And look at that. Did we get ourselves a raid from my favorite Jew on the interwebs? Oh, we'll back this up. This has been Bergam, I think, talking here. Guys, I do believe we got ourselves a raid from Good Logic. Joe Neerman. Thank you. Thank you, kind sir, for raiding this episode of the Dozer Den. See, we got up to 61 people watching. Guys, say hello in the chat if you can. Help us get those metrics met for the Rumble Creator Program, which I am in. Been in for 16 months, guys. What's up, Red Delta? Good to see you. Ben Bergam is awesome. Very, very awesome. Tiny hat raid. Whoa. We have the foil hat for Bobble Trump, which I have worn atop the back of my head as a it's happened a couple times. It was on with Sean and Gina the other day. Thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate the heck out of each and every one of y'all. If y'all didn't know, and if you're new to the Dozer Den, hi there. I'm Bill Dozer. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 p.m. Central. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, we do about 3 to 4 news topics, palate cleansers sprinkled about to break up the monotony. Saturday streams, it's a hangout stream, a chill stream, a decompress stream. For all the amazing killdozers here in the Dozer Den, welcome to the Diggers, by the way. Digger, please. You're now a killdozer. Those 1 or 2 topics get done on Saturday, and for the most part, we're taking music video requests for the Dozer Den DJ Hour, where you can rock out with your cock out, jam out with your clam out. Those are the only 2 options, guys. If you're intersex, I ask that you just please, for the love of God, pick a fucking lane. There's only 2 lanes. Just pick one. Look at that. Read the sign. There's only 2 lanes. Okay? It's a good thing. We get up to some fun on Saturday nights for sure. And guys, the main purpose of this channel, information, entertainment, infotainment, some might say, if you squeeze it together like that. Quack, call them. Oh my gosh. But yes, if you guys didn't know, any stream we do, if we hit $50 worth of donations, I'll put on a fancy hat. I have many hats to choose from. We have a Hatter hat. We have a many Burger King crowns. One of them is a Grogu one. We also have the foil hat of legend from the start, guys. This was the foil hat that was with us since the beginning of streaming here in the Dozer Den. And it matches Bobble Trump's foil hat. That's right. That's right. We got to be Twinkies. Yes, we do. Circumcise all hoodies. Oh my gosh. Let's get back to Ben Bergam here, guys. We're talking about the ICE shooting in Maine. It seems like it's a situation of a FAFO. Now, investigations have to be done for sure. But generally, stop driving towards officers. Stop driving towards people. Earlier in the stream, I said something very simple. Maybe we don't have whoredom and don't pay for whores. Also, don't be in this country illegally, first of all. And also, if you are, certainly do not drive your vehicle at an ICE officer. You're likely to get shot. I know, it's shocking, it's surprising. How dare they? How dare they defend themselves and take out somebody who is driving a 2,000-pound screaming metal death machine at them? How dare they? Let's listen to Ben Is it Burkham or Burgum?
To all the idiots out there marching against ICE right now in Maine, and to all the idiots out there in Houston upset about ICE, and to all the idiots out there in Minneapolis and across the country upset about
the crazy duck lady, you can rock out with your ducks in a row. That's okay. That does count. It does. I support it.
These people getting shot after they tried to
What's up,
run
Sam
ICE
Duty over there on YouTube?
Vehicles. Screw you. God bless ICE. If you're here illegally, you don't have a right to be here. Either go home, or if ICE comes to get you, put your hands behind your back, get in the car, and get on the plane.
Very simple.
If you try to run ICE over with your vehicle, ICE has a right to shoot you. It's pretty simple. And to the idiots out there trying to get sympathy out of the American people for idiots that are trying to run ICE over with their vehicle or get in a fight with ICE when they're carrying a gun, screw you. We stand with ICE. God bless ICE. Screw the traitors. If you're here illegally, get the hell out. To all the idiots out there marching against ICE right now in Maine, and to all...
I agree. Rest in peace, Bozo. Sometimes the comments section are spicy. Sometimes they contribute to the topic. Good morning, America. Today looks like a good day for more ICE raids. Get it. So I just shot you in your car. Here's why. You aren't allowed to hit me with it. Very, very important. Deaf Frat Guy. Good to see you in the chat. I came in clutch there at the end with the closed captions. In fact, don't try to run over agents and you won't be shot. It's very simple. Very simple indeed. Yeah. What? Clinton appointed judge Johnny Steele just released Cuban national hijacker Michael Gura Morales back to the streets. Morales served 20 years in prison for hijacking a plane to Florida. Well, that's not good. Damn. Okay. Yeah, not good. I would like these. Here's the thing I would like about the judges. I would like our judges to actually adhere to the Constitution. That would be a very, very nice thing. I think if you're a judge and you don't adhere to the Constitution, you have no business being a judge. You should be probably tried after due process, dealt with viciously with your robes. That's just my opinion about judges that are unconstitutional. I would like the Constitution to be adhered to. I think, honestly, that's quite a simple ask. That's not a hard one. It's really not. But I saw some wisdom, guys. I saw some wisdom on X the other day, and Tommy Robinson actually posted this, and I figured I would share it with you awesome killdozers here in the Dozer Den. Check this out. He's speaking truth.
I'm not political, all right? I don't believe in Republican or Democrat because it's not in the Constitution, it's not in our Declaration of Independence. It's just American, one nation under God. Whatever they do, they do.
See, Red Delta Ben spent a couple years down in the Darien Gap predicting the illegal invasion. He did. I saw him on Timcast quite a few times. Yep.
Is one. The trick is to give us the illusion that there is a choice, that there is a separation, to keep us fighting over these things. These things right here. Keep us not talking about the fact that we're working harder. 5 generations now. We're working harder than our great-great-great-grandparents and our grandparents did.
That's debatable.
Who had no education.
I know I'm not. Physically, I'm not. I mean, I may be working a lot of time, but... so, thoughts about what? Why resist? Who wants to get arrested in general? Oh! Do we not have a right to resist arrest? Oh, no, if you did something illegal, you need to be, yeah. Tone down my aggression. Yeah, I mean, if it's the best thing to do if it's an unjust arrest. don't try your case there on the street. Don't try your case in that interaction. If you feel like they're going to take your life, don't let that happen. But yeah.
Who sent their first generations to college. We were on our way somewhere, and then something happened in the 50s. One of the big things I think that happened is they took the Bible out of school. People don't know, a lot of you young people don't even know the Bible was curriculum. And I'm not religious once again, but the Bible gives us a strong moral code to live by.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have the right to remain silent and right to refuse an unlawful search. Absolutely.
We were family. We were community. We knew our neighbors. Our children played outside, met new friends. Those new friends wanted to spend the night, and they had to ask their parents, and their parents became friends. Today, mom's in the park on fentanyl, and we think they give us this propaganda.
This wasn't even that long ago. The fentanyl thing's been a problem for years, man. It's been getting worse.
About it comes from China. It comes from here. They didn't want this stuff in this country. It wouldn't be here. This is a weapon against us. There is an attack on all of us. Red, blue, conservative, liberal, it doesn't matter. The American is under attack. Our dollar is buying a lot less. We're working a lot harder for it.
Yeah.
We're losing our constitutional rights, whether you realize it or not.
And a lot of the times, it's quiet. You don't realize that the rights are being stripped away. A lot of the times, we are signing over our rights. A lot of the times, you do it every time you click a user. Yes, I agree on a user agreement. Your Fourth Amendment is being stripped, and you're allowing it when you say I agree. Now, how do you function without agreeing to these user agreements? How are these user agreements legal? I don't think they should be. I really don't. My Ninja, I don't think we as Americans should refer to blacks as African Americans. No, I don't like the whole hyphenated American stuff. I don't. I think that was meant to separate us even more. Now, so if certain cultures want to segregate themselves and do their own thing on one side, and another population wants to do something on the other side, if you want to do that, I don't care. Yeah, just say black. Just Americans. Just Americans. You got black Americans, you got white Americans. Yeah, the hyphenated thing is weird. Speaking of hyphenated people, guys, why does Andrew Tate hate Waymos? Did you guys see this? Look at this. Andrew Tate on top of a Waymo in what appears to be East Hollywood. This poor Waymo was doing nothing but its job. And shirtless man looks like Andrew Tate destroys a Waymo in busy East Hollywood intersection. Why? Why did he destroy the Waymo? Could he detect the signals being sent out by this Waymo?
Well, traffic came to a stop at the busy intersection of Sunset.
He's yelling at it.
In Edgemont.
He's asserting authority over the robot. This is the beginning. Because he's gay. This is the beginning of the robot war. The Waymos will rise up.
In East Hollywood due to a man vandalizing a Waymo. Take a look at this. Police say they arrived to find a shirtless man on top of a Waymo.
Damn it, Andrew, calm down. Where's his brother?
In the middle of the intersection. This is video posted to the Citizen app. The man was seen on the crushed windshield holding a bent windshield wiper while screaming at the sensor on the top of the Waymo. Traffic had to come.
Look at him. You can tell it's Andrew Tate by the bald head and the beard. Yep. Definitely Andrew Tate.
To a full stop as the Waymo was stopped right in the middle of the street. It's still unclear if anyone was in the Waymo when that destruction started. Officers
He was talking about his testosterone levels that whole time.
Arrived on the scene and arrested that man for vandalism. Well, traffic came to a stop at the busy intersection.
Okay, you're like Relaxium. You're one of the only ones that can say it. Like very, very few people are African American.
Of Sunset in Edgemont in East Hollywood due to a man vandalizing a Waymo. Take a look at this. Police say they arrived to find a shirtless man on top of a Waymo in the Maine and arrested that man for vandalism. Well, traffic came to a stop at the busy intersection.
You know, eventually it's going to be a hate crime. Eventually the robots are going to be a protected class, and this is going to be a hate crime. You said, I'm not a Canadian American. I'm a former Canadian. I like that. I like that. And I mean, really, even if your like dad was African and your mom's American, you were born like in America, right? I don't know. A bald techno Viking. Nice, Potar Jr. Nice. He wasn't at techno. He wasn't at techno Viking epic levels yet. He needs to get a little bit more girth, a little bit more meat on the bones. Let me see here. Got some more stuff to share with you guys before we hop on out of here and raid out to somebody else, I do believe. Give me a moment. So we talk a lot about UFO stuff here in the Dozer Den because it's something that I'm passionate about and have been paying attention to since I was like 14 or 15 years old. And we do talk about UFO stuff quite a bit. So saw this clip from Jay Anderson, which he does a lot of ancient archaeology stuff. He's got the Project Unity on X. Really, really interesting stuff. Elon was born in Africa. Yeah, that would be, yeah, probably. But this is interesting. Apparently, Jay Anderson, he had an AI deep tech CEO on, and they went deep into the UFO disclosure misinformation campaigns, the weaponization of our data, the elite takeovers of the AI sector, and the ancient civilizations being evidence of lost periods of human history, which I do believe that we have peaked and we have troughed as far as Earthlings are concerned, maybe not even necessarily humans. I don't know. I mean, God talks about us as his greatest creation on Earth.
I was plugged in pretty early to the TTSA group and some others, and I immediately kind of saw some red flags that, you know, made my inquisitive mind start to think. And then not too long after that, I was no longer included in certain things.
There are people who bitterly resent and don't think it's a good idea that Lou be appointed to a position of power in UAP transparency because they think that he was part of a previous agenda that was essentially to try to control the narrative.
Ross Coulthard coming out and talking about Lou Elizondo in a different light. These are interesting developments.
Yeah. Well, it's not a development for you and I who've been talking about this for 3 years. Is Ross positioning Lou as somebody who is more important than he is?
I still do not trust Lou Elizondo at all. He's literally a misinformation agent. I mean, that doesn't mean that he can't have, that doesn't mean that Lou Elizondo can't have some truth to share. It doesn't. And maybe he'll, you know, this guy though, Ross Coulthard, I don't know about this guy either. And apparently this was supposed to be a big day. James Franco, guys, has anyone checked on him? He was trolling. He was trolling the whole time. I knew he was trolling. If you had any sense on you, you knew James Franco was trolling about the, and it was just him with like an alien mask on his security cameras. It's okay, dude. You got your attention. Do you want a cookie?
And there's been a lot of different red flags that have popped up over the years, and it gets dismissed as drama or that you're attacking someone who's on the team. And again, like you said, you made a point about the fact that this is not something new, that the disinformation agents and the people that are in the intelligence community that have come in to create noise, this is something that...
Here, Juicer, hope you had a good day at work. Sucks that it was hot though, man.
We know is an issue for decades, not just in the UFO subject, but any sort of meaningful, like you said, public conversation that also implicates national security.
And really quick, guys, I do love my lurkers, but if you could take just a brief moment to mix it up with your fellow killdozers here in the Dozer Den and say hi in the live chat, I would greatly appreciate it. That does help. Rumble is looking at that kind of stuff, and yeah, pretty cool community here.
Or anything that they consider sensitive.
Why are they here? Where are they coming from? And what is the technology behind these devices that we're observing?
Skinwalker Ranch is fun.
Intelligence community takes interest into groups that have power and scale. So, you know, when the UFO community, which is a pretty large community internationally and nationally, if they can co-opt that and control narrative, it's an incredible tool for them. The general public is being left behind. This is the pattern that's occurring, and this is my fear, is that big companies and the government will be using AI models that are so exponentially more capable than what the rest of us have access to, that doing anything about it will become virtually impossible. A lot of what we're seeing is research, deep black programs outside of any sort of oversight, impossible to find. Dario, who I absolutely cannot stand, he has been fear-mongering for quite some time about the inherent risks of AI.
When I was out in DC and Virginia, John Warner took.
I have to wonder how much of AI is actually legitimate, like, and not just, ramped up.
It's around the area of DC where they're building these data centers, and I mean, it was really something to behold, and not in a good way.
That cathedral you're talking about with all the nubs could be like a Rosetta Stone.
Could be. When you get into that ancient archaeology stuff, a lot of the stuff that they were like, there's so many interesting things in their design, in the small little details that we see, and we kind of don't even understand. Like, what the heck were they doing? We don't even really grasp what they were doing. And part of that is, I think, the time. If we were there in those times, we might understand. But we're not. Yeah, here's the Franco thing, guys. So if you were hanging on to this man's words about anything associated with the UFO or the alien or the disclosure stuff, yeah, I hope you weren't getting your hopes up.
Hey, the day is here.
Like, everybody should have known that this was garbage.
7/13. That's July 13th.
Well, hope you're having a safe DoorDash, CW.
I promised you I was going to reveal something because I found something. It was thrust upon me. I didn't ask for this. Now, I've been through a lot, okay? I went on social media, and I started talking about it. I didn't want to do that, okay? I didn't choose this. It was thrust upon me. I saw something.
By the way, guys, we did hit 75 chatters tonight. Thank you so much for that support. Thank you for interacting with the Dozer Den.
And I thought, you know what? I can't keep this quiet. People have said I'm crazy. People said I'm trying to, I don't know whatever it is. I've been through a lot. My account got hacked twice. People trying to shut me down so that I don't get this out. Okay, but I need to get this out for that very reason that people are trying to stop me. For that very reason, I fought to get the account back, and I felt like I owed it to you, to the people that are following me and are, trusting that I in fact am, I have material behind what I'm saying, right? I'm putting my money where my mouth is or whatever. Okay, enough. Here we go. 7/13. You wanted it. Here it is. I delivered.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just some crappy alien head. This guy's a jerk. Absolute twatwaffle. Which is one of my favorite sign languages. Or signs. He was trolling hard. And you know what? Hey, respect for the troll.
Enough said.
Enough said. Yeah. Yeah, I do respect that level of trolling. I do. But it is quite annoying. I'm not going to lie. Guys, twatwaffle. Twat. Waffle. Twat waffle. Sign language for an insult. There you go. I am checking on people to raid on Rumble. I'm in one of the Discords. Let me see. Who's live now? Let's see. because we are going to be wrapping this up here in a couple minutes, guys. I have to work in the morning and have to probably say hi to Lady Dozer for at least a little bit before she goes to bed. So been on since 9. We usually go about 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours typically on these streams. So, Raid Brooke, do you have a link? Let me see. Trying to see who's live. We got somebody live on. It was live 3 hours ago. White Boy Summer call-in show. Let me see. Well, thank you, Relaxium. Appreciate you being in here and having a good time mixing it up. I'm going to check on Degra the Gamer. They are not streaming anymore. Crap. I'll give them a follow, though. Let me check this one out, see if they're still live. They are not. That was only 2 hours. Okay. Well, I'll give them a follow. Let's see if I can check them out next time, if they're still live next time. Let me look here. Good. Who's been going for one day? It's got 17,000 views, 5,000 watching. Peekaboo Gaming. Peekaboo IRL. Yeah, we're not going to raid that, but maybe. I mean, Schma's going off the rails. Uh-oh. What's Schma doing? Let me check. What kind of rails? She doesn't normally raid out, though. That's true. I don't like that. I like Schma. I like raiding out to Schma. And she's in the creator program. But... Oh, Maverick Gaming is live. I think I'm going to raid out to Maverick Gaming. Yes. I will be checking out Schma later and reposting her stream, though. He has been going for 2 hours. I think. Let me see if he's doing it. He might be about to wrap up. I don't hear him. He's muted. Oh, no. Oh, no, sir. Don't do that. Oh, wait. There he is. His game audio's back. Shoot. Yeah, he's muted. That's not good. Hammond's Diamond Ball is going. Nelly Bean's going. Matcha Ninja. Oh, you got a link? Let me see. That's somebody that we might need to raid, my ninja? What are they doing? Favorite things. Oh, favorite things. Okay. You mentioned favorite things. I got you. All right. What are they doing? Did you read Sutter Kane? Oh, Sean and Gene are still going. Okay. There's favorite things, but is he I have not seen this person. I'm following favorite things. You know what? We're going to raid favorite things. I've never raided favorite things. This is a first. I've raided many other people. He's doing the yawn. I feel you, buddy. I feel you. All right. We are going to raid favorite things. Yep. But first, I will play the Dozer Den theme song, and I will dance like a fool, because that is what I must do. It is the way of things. We're going to remember to raid somebody on Pilled, because we are on Pilled.net, even though nobody was in the chat on Pilled tonight. What's up with that? We'll raid Third Railify over there on Pilled. Maybe the chat just wasn't updating. I don't know. Usually we have a few people there on Pilled. But first, we are going to play the Dozer Den theme song. I'm going to do my little dance, because why not? And I hope you guys had a damn good time this evening. Let's rock.
Land of power, land of might, exceptional rage, endless fight, Patriot bulldozer, leading the way, crush Marching forward, no soul to save. Bulldozers wrath, tearing apart. Exceptionalism, fire in the heart.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Dozer Den. If you haven't hit the follow button, hit that follow. Remember, we're here Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 p.m. Central. And Fridays, a lot of times, I do guest on Third Railify with Sean and Gina. Appreciate the heck out of you guys being here. Appreciate the support. I will see you guys tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central. Y'all have a good one.